Hello, everyone. How are you doing today? This is Jameson. We're back with episode 8 of Dying Embers. This is going to be a D20 homebrew game on the Happy Jacks RPG Network. And if you want to catch up on past episodes, visit happyjacks.org/dyingembers. And to find all the shows on the Happy Jacks Network, visit happyjacks.org/shows. Like I said, I am Jameson, also known as GM Mesa Online. Let's go around the table and have everyone introduce themselves. Let's start with Maktaba over there.
Hey everyone, my name is Nick, and I am playing Maktaba in this game. I am a seeker of knowledge, and I love everyone. Except... No, pretty much everyone who's important in my life I love.
Yeah. That sounds right. The Unloved, go ahead and introduce yourself.
It's 110 in the shade.
Clara, I kid, I love.
I know. Aggressive. Starting out hot. Okay. Sorry. Who's going next?
You are.
Oh,
The
thanks.
Unloved.
Hi, I'm Clara, and I'm playing Petra, who is now aggressively morally ambiguous, and it's fine, because she does what needs to get done. Also, she's a rogue.
Makes sense. All right, Joey.
And I'm not mad at anyone.
Oh, of course not.
Hey guys, I'm Joey. I'm playing Aelfonn Doric, the half-elf bard, who legitimately doesn't have a grievance with anybody except Petra.
Blythe.
Everything's on fire. Hi, yeah, I am Blythe Kayla, and I am here, and I'm excited, and Saul is mad at a lot of people for a lot of reasons. You could say things are really heating up
No
for the
kidding.
fire genasi.
So, some of you may have noticed we're not doing the D&D 5e system anymore. We've moved over to a homebrew system because chiefly most of this has been homebrew D20, and really it's like 90% there. We decided to jump the last 10%. On a completely unrelated note, sexual abuse is not cool. We're going to go ahead and post a link in the chat, and if you are a victim of sexual abuse or need someone to talk to, need someone to listen to you, please reach out. If you know someone that is going through something like that, be there for them. Listening to people and being there for one another is one of the best things you can do. So, let's get back to fun. Who would like to recap what happened last episode?
I think this background will sum up what happened last episode.
Everything was fine forever, and no one got hurt.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Emotionally or
Perfect.
physically. Yeah, okay. On with the show.
That is what I remember. I think I remember rage!
There's lots of angst.
So
much
angst.
So much
Jinx.
angst.
Angst jinx.
Ah, okay.
You owe me a coffee? I don't know. I don't want soda.
Yeah, no one does. Your number's up, soda.
Oh, God.
So I can read from my notes. Or
I was gonna summarize, but I'm very tempted to edit, and I'm not going to.
I really like Jameson's description of everything.
Let me let me tell you what
Go,
happened.
Jameson.
That's gonna take too long. Let me sum up. All right. Let's see. So those of you that missed episode 6, I'm sorry. Go back, watch it. Do yourself a favor. So we're going to jump back into episode 7. The crew talked Lucii into taking Maktaba's place in the duel without Maktaba's consent. They drugged Maktaba and kept him from interfering. Once the duel was about to start, the Vox Prima, also known as River, also the romance of Sal, stepped in, as it was her house and hospitality that was offended, and so she was going to take Maktaba's place in the duel. But before she could do so, Lucii revealed himself and dropped the disguise and stated their duel between Lucii and Ravos was not concluded. Lucia and Ravos fought, with Ravos holding back as his blade was poisoned and meant for Maktaba, not his ex-husband, Lucia. It mattered not, as Ravos was forced to finish the fight to end Lucia's suffering, and just as the final death blow was dealt, the wall of the temple exploded, and riders began to pour in. Ravos tried to flee and exit with his entourage when Petra threw in a dirty shot and hit him right in the eye. It's not clear how much damage was done, but it's not going to be good for him. In an attempt to escape, the crew ran back to the ship, taking the Vox Prima River in tow. Sal gave their word that they would not leave the city, but Petra made no such promise. In her mind, there were innocent civilians on the ship that needed to be taken to safety. Maktaba, furious at being betrayed, did all he could to heal and restore Lucii, but the damage was too much. Aelfonn supported Maktaba however he could. Even though it's kind of his fault we got into this mess. With people storming the temple, Petra made a decision and asked Rot to get the dragonfly moving. He would need the help of the enchanted armor, now just a helm. Once in control, she ordered the helm to take them back to the waste, where it was safe. Upon learning this, the Vox Prima attempted to leap from the ship, but Sal held her down, preventing her escape. Once they arrived in the waste and/or Berkshire, they tried to figure out a plan. Maktaba was furious with Lucii taking his place. Sal was angry that she had been made a liar. The both of them mad that the ship was taken over by the enchanted helm. The citizens were disappointed that they wanted to go back to Divinius. But they were eventually pacified by Aelfonn and his heroic song of good deeds of champions of the order. Suddenly a call came from the Sending Stone for the Vox Prima. It looks like she was no longer the Vox Prima. She had been replaced by Athena, one of the Vox 5. And a new Vox 5 would need to be announced. River was now just a regular citizen of Divinius. The captain of the guard confirmed it was Bellum agitators, who Ravos belongs to, that had riled everyone up and had set up bombings. Damn you, Anonymous Panda, stop moving around. River is now in a personal war with Bellum and Ravos. She is going to attempt to rally her people to assault Bellum openly. On the trip, Petra ordered the helm to relinquish control back to Syl, which is the dragonfly, but it was unable to do so. The two are now fully entangled within the ship. All of this takes us to right now as you're headed back to Divinius. Did I miss anything?
If this was...
I don't think you did. I think that pretty much summed everything up.
Yeah, we're fine. You know, in movies and TV, when the therapist is like, "So where do you think you went wrong?" That entire episode. That entire episode, I was like, "Oh shit." When
I brought Petra back to life.
Every decision was wrong. So wait, it all goes back to Aelfonn's fault.
Yeah, true.
It's always Aelfonn's fault.
It's Aelfonn's fault.
If we're going back to when you brought Petra back to life, that's still your fault.
You're not wrong.
It's not wrong. Oh my god.
Drinks.
I have no answer to that.
Yeah. Oh man, I have a laundry list of problems that Petra needs to feels like she needs to solve, and I'm afraid to touch them now. Everything's fine.
Things have just gotten progressively worse, and I'm genuinely not sure how to fix any of it. It's because Fix is dead.
Well, I mean, yes.
The one who could fix things is dead.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So you're saying we're all out of fixes here?
Yeah.
Whole thing's fixed.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
The trip is going to take just as long as it did to get there, so several hours to get back. Is there anything you'd like to do in this downtime?
Hide?
Okay.
No, I want to get the helm untangled from the ship, or figure out how to negotiate a peace between them, because fuck.
Okay. you're not going to be able to untangle them. I don't think you have either the arcane knowledge or the tools necessary to do so, as this is long dead technology.
Yeah.
You might be able, with several sessions of therapy, to get them to get along, but not in the short time that you have it. As long as Syl is in control for the most part, you'll be able to fly normally.
Okay.
Ship therapy in this economy?
Right.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. At some point, they need to be untangled. For so many reasons.
We probably need someone who understands the arcane arts better.
Don't we? No, we don't. I was gonna say, didn't we have somebody who studied the ruins that I antagonized later a lot?
Threatened to throw out a window?
We do have that one lady who was like the expert. She's still around.
No, that was Dot.
No,
Wait.
Althea.
Althea. Yeah.
Althea.
Althea knows shit too.
It's true.
She might be able to help.
Okay. Jesus.
She might be able to fix one of our many problems.
I'm gonna talk to Althea.
Okay.
Because I may have antagonized Dot way too much.
Well, Dot's now safely back with the Empire,
Oh yeah, I know.
and is Ravos' second.
She may die.
Maybe. She
Yeah.
might have a
see.
Hux ending. Who knows?
Hmm.
So, while that's happening, Aelfonn, are you doing anything at this time?
Aelfonn's very excited about the possibility of using the armies of Divinius to help take out Ravos. So I think he's trying to offer any help he can to River, be it planning, be it organizing troops, because with a military background, he kind of knows a little bit about that. So I think he's kind of offering himself as advisor any way he can. And also bringing in Rios, since he might have knowledge about how the armies on the other side work as well. See if we can get some information, see if we can make some kind of plan of attack.
Okay. So you want to call essentially a war council, as it were?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Wonderful. All right, we'll take care of that in a second. Maktaba, what are you doing? Are you going to sit in on the ward council, or was there something you'd like to do?
I think that I'm probably there. But the word that keeps coming to mind is sullen, but sullen to me implies like a child throwing a tantrum.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that that's exactly... I feel like the anger is a little bit more righteous than that, than just, I didn't get my way, wah. But regardless, I think he's there paying attention to what's going on and the planning, but not actively contributing very much.
Understood. Oh, 1 second, I gotta fix this. For some reason, it's popped out of frame.
I should mention that all of you were invited to the War Council. Whether or not y'all show up is another story.
I'd like to sit in on the War Council. I'm a little, very concerned about the Helm situation. But also, like, War Council needs to happen.
Yeah. Saul is at the War Council, but also very concerned about Syl and just she might, because like she can psychically connect with him, so she might be able to help.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe help Althea work through some stuff with him. Maybe get rid of Helm.
I would
Knit.
rather, at this point, I would rather remove Helm completely.
Yeah.
Than
I would
end up with with Syl completely having to live with that. So
Yeah.
I
Really?
tried.
I mean, that was part of the deal of him relinquishing control, was that he wouldn't be purged.
Yeah,
So-
well,
Yeah.
he messed up.
He followed
And took-
orders to the T.
He messed up.
He was given a command and did everything he could to accomplish it by his queen.
Yeah.
Probably should have asked for consent first.
We were in a oh fuck. Okay, whatever. Let's figure this out and then we'll figure out the next thing. Oh my god.
But
Everything's
yeah,
fine.
he should be purged. We should probably purge him and let Syl live. At least that's what Saul is thinking.
I mean, Syl's not dead. She just
No,
has a
but
roommate.
Syl doesn't need to have a roommate. So Saul is.
She has a roommate she didn't ask for, but more important, if ideally they would get along.
Didn't
And
ask
respected.
for, doesn't want, and the very first time they met, shoved her into a closet.
Mhm. It's like waking up and someone sewed another head to your body.
Yeah.
Oh god.
No thanks.
I just hate. Yeah, honestly, Petra just balked at the idea when they said purge. That was the logic. It's like I would rather not be responsible for more people dying. Directly responsible.
Okay.
So we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. It's fine.
We'll put a pin in that
Figure
one.
it out. Put a pin in that. Next fire.
All right.
I think that when Petra comes into the war room,
Mhm.
that I very shortly thereafter leave.
Damn. All right.
Hey, bitch. No, it's totally fine.
The way that I have this in my head is I don't want to derail something important that's going on with my personal feelings, and I don't
There's
know
Aelfonn.
that my personal feelings can be contained at the moment because this is all still very fresh.
I see. All right.
So I'm not like I apologize that all my actions with this character over the past 2 sessions have been I'm going to go away from the party and not engage and sit here. But at the moment I feel that that's emotionally true for the character. So I as a player apologize.
It's fine. I'll just lock you and Petra into a room so you figure it out.
That's
You are,
like
oh
two
yeah,
cats.
that always works.
Yeah. Yeah.
First of all, Nick, you're absolutely valid, and Maktaba's feelings are 100% valid.
Mhm.
Oh god.
Yeah, Saul has a hard time backing away, but it's like she's not handling things well, but she's also like, I need to be here for all these things.
Right. So, let's go ahead and jump to the War Council, since this seems to be kind of the big thing on everyone's plate. Althea is there, and so is River. They have a map rolled out of Deus, along with the city of Bellum outlined. Rios is giving a rundown of the defenses that you can expect. Lots of them. In short, launching a full-scale attack on Bellum's capital is kind of suicide.
I was afraid you were going to say that.
Yes. Petra.
Now that we know that Petra was who she was, is there a way to is there any chance that we can try to recover those memories?
That is a good
My assumption
question.
being she may be able to she may have knowledge to get into the city in a way that would help.
Yes.
I hate this.
Yes,
Yeah.
there is.
Wait, why did you make that face?
You know exactly why he made that face.
Because you've
Yeah, I
thrown
know.
me a curveball, and so I am taking it and running.
Everything's fine.
Maktaba, when she... Do you articulate this, Petra?
Yeah, I think Petra looking at the map and listening to Rios is just like, I just sort of... We could see if I can recover any information I might have had before I died.
So when she says that, Maktaba, this rings of a ritual that you have heard of, where essentially you use a conduit, much like a sill in the scenario, and you would have to go into Petra's memories to remove the blockage. This is something you can bring others in to assist with, and what you do with that information is entirely up to you. You can keep that to yourself, not a big deal. But Petra, unfortunately, to your knowledge, there's no way to recover the information. Aelfonn, you know that you're able to bring her back to life, but bringing back memories, that's... Yeah. You're not ginseng.
Even the bringing back to life thing is, I don't know how I did it. Magic's weird.
Right? So why an entire war was fought.
Magic be weird, bro.
Magic be weird.
Let's do some magic about it.
There might be a way.
What do you mean, Maktaba?
There is an ancient ritual that would allow someone to enter the mind of another and assess damage, heal injuries, and perhaps regain memories. It is dangerous, but it could be attempted.
How dangerous is dangerous?
And dangerous to whom?
Maktaba, you know that if you were to die in that scenario, your mind and consciousness would also die.
To all parties involved, the ones who entered and the one whose mind was being toured, as it were.
I don't like the word tour, first of all. But it could be done.
I nod.
Have you done it before?
To my knowledge, this ritual has not been performed for 1,000 years. It is a realm of magic and mysticism that many find distasteful, as it could be used in unsavory situations if abused. It was in fact the cause of the overturn of the civilization that depended upon it, when many became upset with their memories being viewed or tampered with, or otherwise not having the sanctity of their own minds. I apologize, I'm just dropping lore in here and making stuff up, but
No, it's perfect. Yes, this did happen. The entire civilization did not know whether they were who they said they were, if their memories were actually real memories, or if they had been implanted, erased, edited. And so, essentially, they erupted into chaos, tearing themselves apart.
My only issue is that y'all have not proven yourselves to be terribly cool-headed.
Fair.
was that out loud, or is that Clara?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'll put my hand on my head when we go out of character again.
Okay.
Saul's just kind of like, do you even want those memories back? I understand that they could help us, but wouldn't that kind of change who you are?
I want to check. And Rios, there's... Tell me you at least heard a rumor that there's other ways into the city before we do something like this.
I mean, there's always ways into the city. It's a city, for crying out loud. If we can, I don't know, break into one of the outposts, we might be able to get a modern layout, a map. That might give us a way in. But then again, you were a general of the Empire. You may know of secret ways.
Anyone else have a better plan?
I vote getting a map. I'm not crazy with letting Aelfonn go in someone's head. Not that I could stop you.
Does it have to be Aelfonn?
Well, it sounded like it needed to be all of you.
Saul's like, I have experience with psychic magics. I have experience entering other people's minds.
Yeah, but there's no telling how dangerous it is in there.
I know. I'm just saying this is something I actually studied.
Did you go to school for it?
Be
Some of us didn't have to study.
So I'll just kind
Really
of
filling me with confidence there, Aelfonn.
well, it's just like this is genuinely an area I practice, and I would feel confident that I could help Petra.
I have questions about the Order practicing and studying mind erasing magic.
No, not mind erasing, just psychic magic.
You have questions and concerns about the Order investigating something that would remove someone's agency and the choices that they may have made? That's very curious.
Yeah, okay, I deserve that. Look, is there a nearby... The ship, at this moment, could it overtake an outpost?
I mean, that depends on you. The ship could fly to an outpost. It might be able to stealth to it, and you would have to overtake it.
So, our options are... outpost thing, incredibly dangerous ancient ritual in which we all might die, and I let 3 people who I'm not entirely sure like me right now into my brain.
Don't worry, they'll only wear cleats.
Saul's like, do you say that out loud?
Oh yeah.
Saul's just like, I like you, I'm just angry at you.
It would
I don't want you to die.
Require a great deal of trust, but I am not forcing your decision in any way.
Petra, I will say this, looking at it strategically, this way we risk 4 lives. If we try to take an outpost, we could risk so many more. Not to mention, expose our location.
This is the worst trolley problem.
Hi, I'm your conductor. How you doing today?
Clang, clang, clang with the trolley.
This is the bad place.
I feel like that should be the name of a streamed game. This is the worst trolley problem.
Can we rename the episode?
Retroactively, we'll rename it the trolley problem.
If you want my opinion, Petra, I think this is our best option. Rios, I know you don't want me to risk myself, but I trust these people with my life. Whether or not they trust themselves at the moment is beyond measure.
This is foolish. I mean, we can go get troops, soldiers, to help us with an assault on an outpost.
That takes time. That takes time, and they'll know where we are, and they'll know what we're planning. If we get the information without them knowing, we still have the upper hand.
But if you all die, this dies with us.
Not true.
I apologize.
We're just 4 people.
Is this Rios?
This is Rios, yes.
Okay, I'm sorry.
We're just 4 people. You can lead this charge. River can lead this charge. Althea can lead this charge.
Fucking Syl could do it.
Honestly, it sounds like... I mean, we don't have any guarantee that what she remembers is even still there. Because it's...
Or is relevant.
Or is relevant, but I agree that this is definitely less risky than trying to take an outpost right now.
There is also no reason for the others to risk themselves. If Petra is willing to take the risk, I can perform the ritual and enter her mind alone.
No,
No.
you're not going in alone.
I'm not
Saul's
letting you
just
in
like-
here alone.
Saul crosses her arms and is just like, we're not letting you take... Haven't you learned anything from what we've done?
I don't trust any of you by yourself.
What am I gonna do? Sing a song in your brain?
I don't know. What happened the last time you sang a song?
It's called an earworm, buddy.
You're gonna incept an earworm for her.
Saul's just like,
I'm gonna incept the trolley song into her head.
Oh my god.
Why are you so cruel?
There are worse songs.
It's like that image of Mr. Burns and all of the germs trying to get through the door when the doctor's trying to demonstrate. Petra doesn't trust any of us individually, but she figures that we'll all get in each other's way and not fuck her up too much.
here's the
Called a
thing.
regulating body.
What's that?
Anyway.
Saul's
Rios.
just like,
Go ahead.
oh no, she's like, Maktaba, you're not going in alone. And Petra, if I go in, I will make sure they don't kill you. Because I honestly don't know what those two are going to do. I do like you. I'm just very angry at you. But
Really,
I'm not going to kill
Maktaba?
you.
Okay. All right.
She kind of like shoots daggers though at Maktaba, like, stop trying to get yourself killed.
I just sigh and shake my head.
Alright, well, how long does it take?
You can have the ritual ready in about an hour.
And how long do we have?
Once you're in there, as much time as you need. As long as you're not interrupted.
How long
Time
until we reach
slows down.
Divinius?
You'll be reaching Divinius in 6 hours.
Plenty of time.
But
That's
I
fine.
mean,
Because
no
since we're
offense,
stealing
but how
things-
big can your brain be? He says
Wow.
that with a smile and a wink, trying to lighten the mood.
Rios
That's-
grabs you by the shoulder and spins you around. Are you serious? You're just gonna take off into her brain? Like that's a normal thing relationships go through?
Look, I know our relationship's been through a lot in a very short time.
No kidding. You had your leg bit off.
I know,
And you just got it back.
I know. But this is bigger than me. This is bigger than anything else right now.
I
Look,
understand that.
look at me. Look at me.
He
When this is
looks in
all
the eye.
over,
Go ahead.
when this is all over, I think we should help Brixby rebuild.
I'm sorry, help who revealed?
Brixby, the town that got
Oh.
Chocolate Town. I think we should help them rebuild.
I think that's a wonderful idea, and I love where your heart's at, but your head is not in the right place. If we take an outpost with troops, that's fine, that's normal. If you jump into our mine and become a vegetable, I don't know what we could do.
I don't want to risk any more lives than I have to.
Well, this is a war. This is what happens. They are soldiers. It is what we do. It's what we've signed up
know.
for.
And if this is a way to only sacrifice 4 lives instead of 40, we'll have 40 more lives fighting for us on the front lines.
Or we've lost 4 and we're weaker going into this battle.
We're, I should point out that we are 2 monks, basically, a musician, and, well, I'm pretty awesome, but, like, You're not losing much.
Saul is pretty tough.
I have seen you, in my short time being here, do some pretty amazing things, like stand up to Ravos, face to face.
Oh, fuck his face.
You destroyed that aspect of gluttony. On your own. Don't tell me you're not better than just some monks in robes.
I got nothing.
I thought so.
Listen. This risking 4 lives is safer. With River in charge, you'll be fine. She knows what she's doing. She turns to River and she's just like, by the way, you're in charge. Please make sure the helmet doesn't take over Syl.
Oh, I know I'm in charge, and I'm also going with you.
No, you're not.
Oh, no.
No, there is a limit.
Why? I'm just a regular citizen now. And someone
We
needs to
need
make sure
someone-
that you come out alive.
Saul turns to River and is like, we also need someone to man the ship and make sure that if anyone attacks us, we don't get interrupted.
Roth is just sitting there to the side like, I can do that.
We just need a backup plan for if we all die. And currently, the best iteration of that is you and Rios and Roth.
Well, too bad.
River, Rios, and Roth. Wow. Yeah,
The 3
I'm
Rs.
I'm gonna say 4 people is capacity.
I know he made a joke about your mind being small, but it's not that small, sweetie.
No, this is just a personal thing. We've kept each other alive for 5 years. No offense. But I don't know you.
And I kept my country out of war for 5 years. Now I think it should be well within my rights to take care of 4 people.
River,
It's
You
not up for
understand.
debate. I'm coming with.
Oh, it's up for debate and you're not.
if you can't listen, we can die. That's fine. You're the
Why
one
do
who
you
can
keep
actually
saying
lead
that?
them.
I have feelings for you, and you keep acting like you dying is no big deal. What is wrong with you people? Do you all have death wishes? Are you some big heroes that want to go out in a blaze of glory? What is wrong with all of you?
Honestly, I've just never known anything else.
Here's the
Except for
strange thing.
dying?
I don't plan on dying.
I don't plan on dying either. I just know
And
that
neither
if we
do I,
do,
so there we go.
we need. She's like, I just know that if we do, we need you alive.
Right, so keep me alive. There we go.
Oh my god.
You don't have a healer. All of you are fighters, and he plays really good music, but none of you are healers.
Fuck
I'm-
hard.
I mean, I'm just... This is my hot take because of you ruined my dinner, and I'm still pissed about that. And I almost fought a duel because of you, but still.
Rima,
Still,
and I still consider you to be such. Your people need you, and this is a risk that would be unwise for you to take.
No, a risk would be letting you go in there half-cocked without any backup whatsoever like you've been doing. I'm going in there to make sure you come out, to make sure you're alive.
And
One-
what happens to your people and the forces that you are arraying if tragedy strikes and you are not able to leave? Would you abrogate your duty and responsibility for an adventure to protect 4 when you have 1,000 times that number who look to you?
I'm sorry, maybe he didn't get the news. She comes over to you and as calmly a voice as she can muster, I am no longer Prima.
That is not true.
That is very true. You can wish it all you want, but I am no longer Prima. I am no longer in charge. I may have people that like me and will do things for me, but I am not in charge anymore. I have been stripped
Awesome.
thanks to you all, of my post. So the least you could
That
do...
means you have no authority.
She makes a point, though.
I thought you were on our side.
Thank you. There's one.
Oh, it's just
No.
like,
You have no authority. We have a healer. Maktaba is perfectly... Actually, yeah, Maktaba is perfectly capable of keeping us whole. With a very significant exception.
Look,
But-
River feels the need to prove herself. Why not let her prove herself?
she's proven herself by leading Divinius.
Yeah,
Into revolt.
Oh, damn. Her earrings come off. Oh, no, you didn't.
how much... Okay, we are wasting time.
Yes,
And-
we need to.
You're absolutely right. Let's go.
As the person whose brain we are all entering, I am 100% saying no to you. Fuck you. You're cool. You're cool. Let's go. That's where I'm at.
She looks to you, Sal, pointedly with the look of back me up.
And Aelfonn over her shoulder, like, do I have to make a fucking sign? This is how you save this relationship, you dunce.
Well, Sal,
So,
what do
like-
you do?
I think Aelfonn is just shouting that mentally as loud as he can.
Mhm.
And like, for once, listen.
Saul
What's
like looks at River and kind of looks at Petra and is like, She looks at River. She's like, I don't like it, but you make a good point, Petra. You can trust her, and she is definitely not. She's not. Maktaba's angry at you. I'm not sure what Aelfonn is doing.
None of us are, ever.
But I don't think he's too angry at you right now. But River is an impartial party in this moment. She is not angry at
Okay.
you. She's not angry at everybody else. She's right, even though I hate saying it because I don't want her to die. But she's right.
We're
Sidebar.
not going to die. Stop
don't think we
saying
are.
that.
I don't think we are,
Sidebar
but if
of
we do,
sidebar of just the people who have known me for the last 5 years. And I drag at least Aelfonn and Sal out of the room. Maktaba, you can come too.
Yeah, I'll
I
follow.
want to touch you. Do I have to roll for grapple? No. Look, I usually wouldn't have a problem with you bringing your squeeze into my brain, but among other things, I don't entirely know if she knows what happened, and also, like, a significant amount of Divinius people were in the Peach Valley, and I do not want to deal with the repercussions that might happen if she somehow, I don't know, has to watch that firsthand. Frankly, I don't want to watch it firsthand.
I mean, I don't either, but it makes sense that we do it.
I've watched a lot of you guys fly off the handle, and we just watched her try to throw herself off our ship.
Yeah, it turns out she can do that without dying.
Well, she is from Divinius.
I'm admitting that I overreacted to things.
What? Sal overreacted to something?
It's like,
There's the-
yeah, says the man who literally drinks himself into a stupor every time he's faced with anything to do with the engine. But that's the Empire engine, that's fine. Listen, I get that she's capable, and she's a lot better at being level-headed than the rest of us, considering she was in charge of an entire city. She is good at staying cool on things that we are not.
Mhm. Not to mention, of the 4 of us, 5 of us, including her, she stands the best chance of getting out of this alive. if we do get information while we're inside Petra's brain and something happens to the rest of us, she'll have that information.
Maktaba?
Again, I may act like I'm being reckless, but I actually have a plan sometimes.
I know you do, Aelfonn. It's just what you did at the dinner really hurt. It's gonna take a minute for me to just get over it.
Well, you have as long as it takes to get into Petra's brain, it looks like.
Well, in Petra's...
Maktaba?
I don't want Petra to die.
Yes.
Tiebreaker? It's not even a tie. 2 are against.
2 are against.
No, against you?
Against, wait, are you pro this?
We're both pro River.
Yeah, we're both pro
God
River.
Damn it! Okay.
Really, it is your mind, so you get veto power. And if you're truly uncomfortable with it, you could just be like, nope.
Maktaba?
Well, and
oh, come on.
Yeah, I would say that Petra and Maktaba kind of hold the cards in this argument ultimately, because Petra can say, well, I'm not going through with this, and Maktaba can say, I'm not going to do this ritual.
Yeah.
I look over at Petra. Putting my feelings aside, this is a very personal thing, and I would defer to your judgment. I will perform this regardless, as I feel it is our best way forward.
I just have a hard time trusting River right now. Or frankly, anyone else who wants to climb into my brain.
I promise to keep the con about the protections of the gods that you ran in Divinius away from our course.
Oh, God.
And I smile just a little bit at you.
Oh, man, I forgot I'm a piece of shit. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what I was concerned about. The con.
Yeah, nothing else. All right.
Nothing else. That's fine. You know what? Fine. You can bring your squeeze.
I don't know if we're exactly on those terms right now, but thank you.
That's the problem. It's
all
the
just like-
terminology.
That's right.
Oh,
That's the problem. The way the con is the problem.
no,
Yeah.
Saul just kind of does one of these, like, she kind of puts her hand on Petra and she's like, thank you.
Petra just shrugs it off. Let's just do this.
Sal, if you will gather the Prima and meet us in Petra's quarters.
It's going to be a pain point if that keeps coming up.
Oh, the Prima.
Yeah.
The ex-Prima. Her ex-worship.
The postma.
Oh.
Hey!
Oh.
All right.
Self-immolation.
I think several of us were filing that for later.
Guilty.
Oh, yeah.
I knew it. You scallywags. All right.
We are the best scallywags.
Your wags do scally.
Oh, yeah.
You get cream for that now.
So I will lead Petra to her chambers and instruct her in the beginning of the ritual, which is going to be to get comfortable as you can, and to have with you on hand things that are valuable mementos, like a memento mori that you have, something that can help call you back to the current memories that you have. Obviously, you don't have anything about the past, but something that has good connotations and good feelings for you now.
Petra has actually one thing from her past, and it is not useful. It wasn't very useful to begin with. But she and Aelfonn found them, but she has the identification badge, but it is destroyed. There was no way you would have been able to tell who she was, like from the dog. Basically, their dog tags. So that is the only thing they had to go on.
Okay. So while you're digging those out and getting ready, I will go and prepare the herbs and the incense that's required as part of the ritual.
I will go back to the War Council and confer with Althea, Rios, and Roth, and let them know, hey, so this is happening. Keep planning while we're gone. We'll have the information soon. Rios, don't give me that look. I know it's dangerous, but I'm doing this for all of us.
He's biting his tongue.
Trust me. You have to trust me.
All right, but I want to see you in our cabin before you go.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Saul is gonna go talk to River.
Mm-hmm.
As awkwardly as ever.
So, go into a lot of brains, do you?
What's a good monk like you doing in a brain like this?
Oh god.
All right, Aelfonn, as soon as Rios gets you alone, he rocks your world.
Yes.
He's not letting you go without getting some.
I will allow this to happen.
Good.
Aw, man.
Well, this is what happens when you find someone to love, Clara. Let that be a lesson.
Right?
Okay,
You could have
love
had
has nothing to
Dot.
do with
Whoa,
it.
hold on, dude. That was
Bold
uncalled for.
assumption.
Fair.
Bold of you to assume love has anything to do with it here.
Touche.
I mean-
there is a bunch of villagers in the back.
But also, if you had said Petra, I'd be fine with it.
I'm
But
sorry,
you
you're
said
right.
Clara, so that was a
It's-
little out of bounds.
It's because her
Oh,
name
no.
tag is on there. She didn't
Yeah,
switch
it
over
does
to
say
Petra.
Clara on the name tag.
I mean, what's love got to do with it? What's love but a secondhand emotion?
You're
Look, I
absolutely right, Nick.
described-
I didn't mean the player. I meant the character.
Okay.
Yes.
I described Petra as aggressively pansexual to somebody else, so you know.
Like I said, there's a hole full of villagers. So,
There's a small group of friends and we always say that our characters are pansexual until proven otherwise.
Also, like, not into capitalizing on that kind of trauma. Let's talk when I'm a hero.
all right. I mean, to them, you kind of are. You saved them from, whatever was going to befall Divinius. Who knows what those Bellum agitators would have done if they had gotten aboard the ship.
That's straight.
If they were, if she was hitting on them in a bar, that would have been exactly what she said. Not here, not now.
Understood.
Fair.
So, Sal. River is going over her tomes and memorizing her spells.
Petra has given the okay for you to come along.
Well, that's good. How do you feel
Yeah.
about it?
It's not.
Not good,
I don't
huh?
know. She's like, I'm a warrior. I'm used to putting my life on the line. I'm used to protecting people. It's hard to just let someone risk their life when it's supposed to be you doing that.
You don't say.
It's just like the order. You're being part of the order. A big part of it is that you're supposed to put you're supposed to put the needs of others before your own, and it's hard to just I don't know. I'm bad with words, River. You know this. Like, I don't.
And she's just gonna let you twist.
She's just like, I know what my lifestyle was hard on you. But you're also the only thing different from it that I've known. So you have to understand that it's not just like something I can undo right away. It's gonna take some time to figure out how to live differently. And also how to be okay with you fighting. You were always safe. I never had... I mean, I worried about you, obviously, but you were always safe.
You thought I was safe? I mean, yes, from patrols and the Empire, I was safe, but you don't think there were always people after my position?
Well, I guess I don't really understand politics very well.
It's part of why I wanted you there with me, but I knew I couldn't prevent you from going anywhere. It wouldn't be you.
No, I'm not really good at staying up in cushy towers and things. They're lovely. I love being there when I'm there.
You've never
And I
complained
always
before.
It's like, I always appreciate your hospitality. It's just, I'm so used to traveling, and ever since I lost the order, I've always felt kind of lost. Like I didn't know what to do or what my purpose was, so I just kind of needed to find one. Because I had one, and then it was taken away.
Yeah.
And now yours has been taken away, and I'm sorry for that. I didn't want that to happen to you. I never wanted you to have to leave Divinius or leave that life. I would never have asked that of you. The only reason I did this time is I genuinely thought it was just, I don't know. I genuinely thought it would help. I was wrong.
You didn't know we were going to be leaving?
No. I genuinely thought in the moment, my only thought was I need to get you out of there and need to get you to safety. I didn't know Petra was going to do that. I had no intention
Petra's
of moving
order?
the ship. Yeah. Don't be mad at her, please. I mean, I'm mad at her, but we're about to go into her head, and we need to be as cool and calm as we can. So please don't. If you need to be mad at anyone, you can keep being mad at me. But I genuinely didn't know. But if we're going to go into Petra's head, I need you not mad at Petra, please.
I understand why she did it. I saw the hold full of people that she was doing as I would have and trying to protect them.
Yeah.
I don't agree with it, and I know that I'm not her priority, but they were. So I can't hold that against her. And I know you were just trying to protect me, she says, putting an arm gently on your forearm. And it means a lot.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. And she pulls you into a big hug.
No.
Be honest with me. Do you think we might die?
I don't know what we're going to encounter when we get in there. It's going to be... Petra's past is unknown to a lot of us. We know a little bit about it, and that's about it. So, I don't know what's going to happen in there.
Okay.
I don't know if we could die. I genuinely don't know, which is why
and
I
with
was
that,
against
she
you going
plants
in.
a kiss on your lips.
Oh,
Yep.
shit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Saul does one of those, like, eyes wide open and then closes them, like, as she eases in.
And she takes your hand and leads you off to your own private room for some private time. Cut to, 45 minutes later. Everyone is refreshed Maktaba, you are now ready. Clara, you've done what you can to, I'm assuming, maneuver things in your mind so they're out of the path.
Oh, God. Yeah, sure, that.
All right.
I think you're
Don't-
going to be
don't
really
think
good
of
at
an
putting things in the
elephant.
boxes.
Yeah, but you know how it works. Tell someone not to think of something.
Yeah, it's like Petra spent the last 45 minutes getting the things that were asked for, and then also trying very hard not to think about every single person that she's screwed over or every horrible thing she's done. You know, like right before bed when you're like laying awake and your brain's like, let's talk. It's fine.
All right. So, does anyone want to do anything before we're going in?
I already did it.
Yes.
Hey-o.
The last thing Petra does
He
before,
has a name. He's not an it.
Wow.
Come on.
I mean, yeah.
I'm sorry, Claire. I didn't mean to jump on you there.
Nah, it was worth it. I'm sorry. He was worth it. The last thing Petra does as she's organizing is like she comes across the letters that Maktaba had written. And just like slips them under the door of Aelfonn and Sal. At least the two that are for them. I still have the others, but
Okay, well then let's back it up a bit. As you are, cleaning yourself up and putting on back on your robes. You see two. Is there two letters or just one?
I think it's
Maktaba?
just. Oh yeah.
There's one for each of them.
Okay, so there are two letters there
Oh,
addressed to each one of you.
I still have that envelope. I still have that folder open.
Oh, good. That's going to be
Yay.
important. Do you choose to read it, Aelfonn?
I do, because I don't know what it's about. And honestly, I'm kind of assuming Maktaba had something to tell me, but clearly could hear that we were busy, so he wrote me a note instead.
I see.
Exactly what happened.
There's fresh sweet rolls in the galley. Nope. Do you want to read that aloud, Nick, or do you want to just slack it to him so that you can read it and or share it if he so chooses?
What do you prefer, Joey?
Reading out loud. I'd like for the audience to hear it, and then I can
Okay.
decide whether or not I disclose any parts of it to the party. But
Okay,
why cut them out of the fun?
sure. Do you want it in character voice, or should I just read it?
You can just read it if you
Just
want.
read it.
Okay. Hello, Aelfonn. I must begin with my apologies that I was unable to help you with your nearly unprecedented magic. I wish that I had more time to help you with your mysteries. If you are reading this, then I have preceded you into the next great adventure, and I await your, hopefully distant, arrival. I promise I will keep detailed notes about the people and stories I encounter before we meet again. Your path was never kind, and I fear that my departure may seem another dissonant note for you to bear. I beg that you not see it that way, but instead, as my first note in a new movement. We are never lost as long as we are remembered, and I know your stories will outlast us both. I pray that you will find the peace that you have been searching for since the war. If I may impose one last request on you, please look after Sal. Talk her out of any act of vengeance, restrain her if you must, but I ask that you protect her impulses to throw herself on the fire. Yours in perpetuity, and then the Maktaba's feather symbol.
First of all, you're a monster. Because this eyeliner is not water resistant, so fuck
That's
you.
what I said.
That's beautiful, and I definitely share it with Rios, because he's there, obvi. And then I'm gonna tuck it in my book that I keep all of my stories in.
Aw. Rios is going to save his for later. Just in case. It's a
Yes,
treat.
has a letter.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I thought you said there was two.
There's one
both
for
of
Saul
them.
and one for
Oh,
No,
one
one
for
for
Saul.
me and one for Saul.
Okay.
Right.
So
There's
Saul is
one,
getting-
there's one for Sal,
Then-
one for Aelfonn, and then there are there's other correspondence that I asked Petra to deliver, but we're all NPCs.
Understood.
So Maktaba doesn't know Rios enough to know.
No, it's fine. We're not that close to friends. It's cool. I did just kind of save you from, being drugged. Whatever.
Look, out of character almost. Look, dude. These are the people who I've been traveling and living with and loving for 5 years. I've known you for 2 episodes, and most of those you've been chained up in Joey's quarters,
Fair.
or in
Fair,
Aelfonn's
fair.
quarters.
See, now
Now
he's
I'm the
blurring
wrong-
lines.
Yes, exactly.
All right.
Oh god.
Was the other letter slipped under the door as well, or was that kept?
Just- Did you give Sal
Uh,
her?
Sal has her letter as well.
Same option? Do you want it read to you, or do you want it sent to you in the Slack?
Let's just, you know what? Let's give, once again, it's like if I decide to share it with anybody else, but Saul is reading it out loud to River, but Nick, you can read it
Okay.
because Saul doesn't know what it is and is like, wait, what?
Ah, Sal. What is there to say? I suppose. No. I know I owe you an apology. My death will likely cause you great anguish, and I am entirely to blame for it. I hope that you can forgive me for an old bird's folly. Please know that no fault rests on you, but only on my shoulders. As the last representative of the Order, it falls upon me to apologize to you again. We never did right by you, and forced you into a life that you were ill-suited. Whatever guttering candle of the Order I represented has extinguished, and I urge you to let it lay unkindled. You have a thirst for knowledge and helping others, and I pray that you never lose those impulses. But don't follow in the path of an organization that treated you so poorly. Forge your own path to help others, and in so doing so, help yourself. Farewell, my fondest friend. And then the sigil.
I'm glad I'm not wearing my cat eye today.
Nick is
Yeah.
a monster.
Y'all thought I was bad.
Yeah, Nick is a monster.
All right, let's put these feelings
Hey,
away and trance around Clara's
Yeah.
brain.
Yeah, and when you guys when you guys get in the room, you'll see Maktaba's letter is one of the things that she put back that she has out as a as the anchor.
Love that.
Wonderful.
She doesn't tell it. I mean, you can read it, but we already posted it on the forums.
All right. So, everyone's now ready to enter Petra's brain.
Yeah.
Should
All right.
I wipe my feet first? Smirk.
Please wipe your feet.
All right. So, you all sit down, cross-legged. Maktaba begins the ritual. And slowly your limbs and your body feel heavier and heavier before you feel the ground all of a sudden drop away from you, your body and mind expanding and being pulled deep in. You awake on a hilltop. There is the sound of battle in the distance. There is smoke. And all 5 of you are there. Petra, you know this battlefield. This is Peach Valley.
Because of course it is.
Of course it is.
She does. I hate this. Continue.
No problem.
That's gonna be the title of this episode. I hate this. Continue.
Maktaba in your
Or
hands.
Nick is a monster.
Nick is a monster. I hate this. Continue. And the worst trolley problem. Maktaba in your hand appears a compass that guides you to where the blockage is. Everyone, you have full abilities and spells and everything that you had before. It's just a manifestation of your mental power here. Again, if you die here, as in reaching 0 hit points, there will be no death saves. So if you hit 0 hit points here, that is it for that character.
Shit.
If anyone wants to retreat, they may do so now.
Question.
Yes, Petra.
Saul is a big damn
If
hero.
I die, are they okay?
They will need to escape your mind as it collapses in on itself.
God, I hate this. Let's go.
So it's an escort mission, and Clara is the escort.
I hate that more.
She is the valuable
die.
target. Just don't die. I mean, duh.
We've done so poorly at that this game.
Have you died? Did you die?
I was unconscious and I was making death
Technically,
saves.
she did, but you know.
But I
Lost a
survived.
limb.
All of us are like,
Do we have a clip? Let's go to the clip.
yeah.
Just clips of all of us almost dying.
Yeah, you see a clip play out in the distance
The clip
of all the
show.
times you almost died.
Oh my god.
One of
It's
them
a
was a
clip
gas
show.
leak. Who knew?
This episode. Yes.
Yeah, wouldn't put it past.
Oh.
If everything was done correctly, and I like to think that I did, this compass will guide us where we need to go. But I cannot tell you what the terrain will be like. It is generated from within your mind, Petra.
Petra just like closes her eyes for a second and goes like, "Happy bunnies, happy bunnies, happy bunnies."
Monty Python bunnies. Okay, cool.
Ah, no.
Question. How are we dressed?
However
It's just
you'd like to
sexy
be.
versions.
Like if you want to have like full plate armor that's unrestrictive, you go right ahead. It still is going to have the same AC as what you're currently wearing, but you know.
No, sure. I'm just concerned, like, do we look like we're dressed on one side of the war or the other? Could we bluff our way between enemy lines if we needed to? Like, that's what I was concerned.
Give me.
I mean,
if you want to try and change your appearance, we can do so.
Also,
yes,
Yeah.
Petra.
I was gonna say, if it's my brain, y'all are in sexy versions of whatever you're wearing.
I'm pretty sure everything Aelfonn owns is already the sexy version of whatever he's wearing.
That is true.
Yeah, there's like 3 inches of fabric missing in strategic areas. not a
Aelfonn,
lot.
do you have your biological leg?
Oh, of course.
Oh.
Well, I don't know if his self-image has updated yet.
That's okay.
I mean, I would assume not, but I feel like that's his choice.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense to me. That that's a strange feeling.
I mean, I know that I've read things where people that, you know, have had missing limbs when they dream they have those limbs back. So, but it is, of course, your choice.
No, I buy that. I'm here for that.
Okay. So we're going to go ahead and remove that penalty for you. So if you roll a 1 on acrobatics and what have you, you will not burst a dance unless you so choose. I mean, could be reflex. Who knows?
Right.
What does everyone else look like in Petra's mind? Or do we want Petra to describe what everyone else looks like?
I want Petra to describe.
Yeah, that's clearly the best answer.
All right.
I'm very tempted to do what everyone looks like in Clara's mind, which is everyone gets made into a Muppet. But no, Aelfonn is the most like what Aelfonn looks like. It looks the most like himself because Petra's known him the longest. So Maktaba, everyone looks pretty much like themselves. I think that there are incorrect details and really exaggerated things. Like River might have a problem looking like like herself.
Just a
But,
bluish blob.
Yeah, she's like a blue. Like she looks like herself, but then like every once in a while she's just like a bluish blob.
Every once in a while,
And-
it's the stunt double.
Every once in a while it's the stunt double.
You cut the stunt doubles.
And the order robes are like grayer and more like drab than they would be otherwise.
Why does it say poor on the breast? That's weird.
Yeah, and Saul looks like actually fiery rather than just like kind of the Genasi like subtle embers. So there's a little bit of exaggeration, but in general, it's fairly consistent because Petra's known you for as long as she can remember. So,
I mean, it's not like you look like anger from inside out. So
yeah,
there's
no
that.
one looks like anger. No one is, at least in Petra's mind, no one is a Muppet. I mean, like if Dot shows up.
I mean, Dot could totally be there as a Muppet.
I'm Dot. I'm horrible.
Absolutely, yes. She's
I
there.
hate chocolate.
Her arms wiggle around.
So,
Kermit
so
flail.
Homestar Runnery. Just picture like a stick figure version of Dot.
You got it.
Girl Squad.
All right.
So, if we are ready, it looks like this is the way to go.
Well, then let's go. I'd rather not stay here longer than I have to.
I'd rather not have you here longer than we have to.
All right. As you step away from where you landed, a giant tree erupts from where you stood. From the episode 1, the one that grew out of the ground from the druid. Maktaba, you know this as essentially your exit point. If you can get to the tree and tag it like a child, you are safe.
Oh,
Are you saying that if we make like a tree, we can leave?
Thank you.
Bless you,
All
Nick.
right.
Bless you.
Inspiration, Nick. Enjoy that.
I like that, Nick. Take a bow.
Take a lap.
It's King Boomy.
Wish I could just move your picture all around the screen.
I just. Oh god. I sort of expected my brain to be a little cleaner than this.
I mean, it's the middle of a battlefield.
Look at Aelfonn not making a comment.
All right.
That's
So,
growth.
you follow the compass for a bit, and you see it's leading to an encampment. Huge banners mark the side of the encampment. It is the Empire engine.
Is
So
it
what do we do?
occupied?
It is very much occupied. There are troops moving about. It doesn't look. It looks like this is where the troops would be stationed, and most of them are not here.
Maktaba? How
Yes?
aggressive do brains get during this?
It depends on the actions that we take.
Very true. To that point, Maktaba, you know that much like a rubber band, if you keep it in its neutral state, it doesn't react. But if you stretch it and try and change things, it will react very violently and explosively.
So, do we just
Our
keep walking by?
our best option for success is to not intrude as much as we can. Any sort of stress or change to the memories can have severe repercussions.
Let's get some Empire engine uniforms.
Okay.
Can I try to change my appearance? We talked about it at the
Absolutely.
top.
Yeah.
Okay, what would that role look like?
Maybe make
They
your
don't have-
magic friends look less magical.
They don't have like a wisdom or like a will save in this, so I'm gonna just go ahead and say let's do an intelligence check,
Good. Intelligence is good. I like intelligence.
and that is to change your own appearance
Okay.
to mind over matter. If you don't mind, it don't matter.
All right. Intelligence is a +3, so that's a 17.
Yeah, you're able to don full captain's garb. I mean, you're an Empire uniform, which is a whole different levels of disturbing for you, but
I hate it. I hate
But
it.
you look
know what?
good in
These These lines are real good. Hugo Boss did a great job.
Hugo Boss did a great job.
Yeah.
And that's all we're gonna say about that.
Yep. You want to Google it, folks. You know what to do.
I mean, I get it. Saul is also going to try because she is going to try and make herself look more human.
Okay. Just human, not like you're part of the
No,
army?
yeah, also part of. She's also half elf, so I guess she'll make herself look more. Are there elves in the Bellum Empire?
Yeah, they're half elves.
Yeah, there are.
Mhm.
Okay.
Petra's half elf.
At least.
yeah. Just less. So yeah, let's see if my roll does okay.
Less spicy.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Less spicy.
21. Yes, less spicy.
Okay. You managed to change yourself into a what's it called? Oh my goodness, we fought these once already. Not the Munis, the Legionnaires.
Hmm.
You managed to turn yourself into a full Legionnaire with the not the staff, but something very similar.
But I am not Genasi looking anymore.
You are not Genasi. You look very normal. Boring.
She hates it.
Thank you, I hate it.
She kept the red hair though. She was like,
Sure.
Yeah.
you have
Totes.
that.
Pale skin, red hair. Maktaba?
10.
10. I want you to describe this for me, but essentially you look like a private in the military.
Oh, okay.
So it's the stripped down bare version of the grandiose costumes of my compatriots and outfits. Obviously, it has been worn for several days. It is traveled and a little bit rumpled. A real martinet would be dressing down this private for not keeping everything shined and in reasonable condition. But I'd say he looks like he has been he's probably slept in the uniform. And I would say that it's kind of I'm not 100% successful in making myself look human.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that what compensates is that my face is just almost constantly in shadow.
Okay. I was thinking like maybe you had like exaggerated lips or something like Steven Tyler or something. But
It's
constantly
your
shadows
mind
good.
/ Petra's mind. That's that can work.
Okay, we'll
Think
go
maybe-
with your shadows.
I think maybe your hair is a little like featherier than like it could be.
Like Farrah Fawcett.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and a big nose, big
Like
big
Farrah
honker
Fawcett.
nose.
Feather faucet.
All right, Blythe, you get one too. All right, you are now all dressed presentably enough to enter the camp.
All we need to do is find a map. Technically, we've achieved. Then we would have achieved everything that we achieved had we run a raid on a outpost, right?
Or
Is that
if
what
they
you-
would have a map of Bellum on this mission, which seems unlikely.
Good point. All right, continue.
Good point. River, I forgot to roll for her. Okay. Check their stats.
Please be smart.
Oh, yeah. No, she's got a +1 for intelligence. She got 18 total. She looks like a medic, field medic, like one of the combat nurses. All right. So you think we need a map?
Well, no, I think if we're here, we might as well do what we came to do.
We need what information we can get, even though it's going to be 5 years old. Any kind of map on where we're going, what we're going to encounter would be beneficial. But I agree. I think unblocking Petra's blocks would be our best course of action.
I think that would be the best course of action, the artifacts that you find in the memories can be unreliable. Restoring them will probably give us the best information.
It's never easy. All right. You have the
Necessary
compass.
things rarely are. So I will take on the role of leading all of these people, like I was the guy who was assigned to walk these bigwigs around.
Of course. All right. You lead on, and it leads you directly through the center of the camp. Soldiers are stopping and saluting you every step of the way. You don't need to stop and salute them back. As this is a battlefield, you can continue on. It looks like where this is leading you is to the command tent. As you do you just enter the tent? Do you peek in? What do you do? How do you approach Maktaba?
Trying to stay in character, so to speak, I will, when I approach the tent flaps, I'll do a small clap and clear my throat. Like two claps and clear my throat. Like, hey, there's someone out here. Can we come in?
Okay. From within the tent, you hear Petra's voice ring out. Enter.
I'll hold back the tent flaps and look at Petra and nod my head in.
So maybe you should not look like you right now.
Yeah. Can I do that?
You totally can. It's your mind.
Do I have to roll for it?
Yes, you do. Give me an intelligence roll.
17.
17. What do you want to look like?
Not bad. I think Petra sort of shifts into someone. Do you remember the Munis from episode? I want to say 1.
Yeah.
Maybe not. When we stopped. Yeah, she just sort of shifts into the face of the Muni, but similar, like a middling sergeant's uniform or something.
Okay, so, all right. You shift perfectly, and you now look like a Muni who's possibly a sergeant.
I have no idea. I'm bad at military ranks, which is
no, that's fine. I was half expecting you to turn into Ravos.
Oh, that would've been cool. No,
You still can.
No, not too much attention.
It's a battlefield. I mean, it's not like one of those.
I'm scared we're gonna run into Ravos.
In your mind?
That's valid.
Well, the thing is, would the memory of meeting Ravos be a big deal to General Redinovic? In which case it would stand out and it would be weird and maybe start to trigger responses, whereas a generic sergeant-looking guy who walked in would have been forgotten and easily... I mean, sorry, theory of mind stuff, but...
That's the logic that I was going with. I'm like, I'm not shifting into someone anyone's going to remember. Okay. We're already fucking with the memory.
Okay.
All right.
Maktaba, is there any indication as to how we unblock the memory?
We'll probably have to fight it.
The ritual was not clear on this, but I'm sure that the problem will present itself in a manner in which we can resolve.
Stab
it. Welcome to my side of the screen, Nick.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be there soon enough.
Are you going to enter or not? Calls Petra's voice.
Let's go.
Yeah, we enter.
Yep.
All right. As you enter, you see before her is Peach Valley. There are symbols of troops. It looks like it's a tied fight, as it were, evenly matched. She hands some orders off to one general and dismisses them. Looks directly at Aelfonn. Says, Captain, I'm glad you're here. We got orders from Ravos directly. I need you to carry these out. And she hands them to you.
I look at the orders.
It is to gas the valley.
You're a goddamn monster, Jameson.
Shit.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. We gotta do it. We can't fuck with the memory. We have to do it.
I mean...
But what if we don't, though?
We risk fucking up Petra's brain?
As a 100% shareholder in Petra's Brain Incorporated, I'd prefer if we didn't kill me.
Is there a problem, Captain?
No, it just seems a bit drastic, don't you think?
Yeah, well, you know how Ravos is, all flash in the pan this. He says it's part of something much larger. I'm not quite sure what he means, but, you know, mages.
I can't believe we trust our entire army to his orders.
I don't like them any more than you, but they are orders.
Which way is the compass pointing?
Directly at Petra. The mind Petra.
Let's go with Galena. That's actually her name.
Oh, Galena. Thank you. Galena.
Yeah.
Let me write that down.
I forgot. I was like, wait, I have another name.
No, I had to dive into the codex to find it. And like, I might need this today.
Galena Radinovic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
Captain,
the needle is like shaking, pointing at her.
May need to see this, and I will show you the compass that's pointing at Galena. And I will, I'm gonna kind of like, move it to the side a little bit so we can see if it's pointing past or if it's triangulating.
It's very much triangulating. Private, what is that you got there?
A field compass, sir?
Ma'am.
Ma'am?
She strides over to you. Let me have it.
Of course, and I will drop it and start fumbling for it. So sorry.
I will start berating the private, bringing up his lack of discipline and his slovenly appearance as a way of distracting the fact that we are trying to now don't look at the compass, focus on something else.
Okay. Give me a perform check or a charisma-based deception check.
Can I give you a sleight of hand?
A sleight of hand, yeah. Do you want to like have the compass like fold into your robes or a pocket or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to get it out of sight.
Okay.
Not gonna lie, Petra's just pretty happy. Apparently she's just following orders, and I'm okay with that.
We're gonna trade
I'm sorry,
carefully on that
Jameson,
one.
did you want deception or did you want performance?
Whichever's better for you.
Oh, performance, absolutely. Yeah, that's 27. So do with that what you will.
So I used my inspiration to change a 9 into a 14 with my sleight of hand. That's 17.
Okay. You managed to successfully stow the compass. Excuse me. Aelfonn, you do such a... I'm sorry, go ahead, Nick.
Oh, nothing. I was going to make an editorial comment, but go ahead.
Okay. Aelfonn, you do such a good job of berating Private Maktaba that Galena nods. You're absolutely right. There is so much... What's the word I'm looking for? Where you're sloppy
Disorder.
and just looks directly at Maktaba. I think an example
Yes,
needs to be
sir.
made. Leggett, she points to you, or doesn't even point, just motions to you. Take this private and have him lashed. 20 lashes should do. Maybe then he'll look more presentable.
Who's that to?
You, Leggett.
Oh, that's me. I didn't hear the. She's
Shake a
like,
Leggett.
immediately, ma'am. Does like a salute. And grabs Maktaba and drags him out.
Okay.
Like,
All right, Captain.
Trying
go ahead.
to make it look aggressive and just like.
Grr.
Yeah.
Where's the compass now?
It's on Maktaba's person.
God damn it, Maktaba. We are making a new memory. Continue.
Would you rather have Galena have it? Like, we're still in the realm of this doesn't make it to, a week later.
Oh, God. All right, continue.
What do we do?
What do we
fight her?
do? I'm not killing myself.
All right, Captain, you have your orders. You dismissed.
Go.
General, may I speak frankly?
Just do it.
1 second. We have a. I forgot what was your rank? You're a lieutenant, a sergeant. Sorry, we have a sergeant here. 1 second. Would you mind waiting outside the tent?
Of course.
Thank you.
And just turns around and leaves. This is weird.
Okay.
Is River
Also,
still
like-
outside?
River is kind of trying to blend
I'm gonna
into the
grab River.
background. Okay, she's like, oh,
Let's go
okay,
outside.
I guess I'm going with. And follows suit out the door.
Is that what my hair looks like from the back?
Medic, make sure this man gets his lashes, but
Yeah, that.
but that he's not incapacitated for duty.
Oh, I was just gonna make it look like I was going to give you lashes, but not actually do it.
No, I understand. This is how you cover getting the medic out of the tent.
Ah, yeah.
That's a great idea. Let's go help with lashes. Leaves.
Okay, Captain Doric. You have my attention.
Forgive me for questioning, but it seems like this order is a bit extreme even for Ravos. Wouldn't it make more sense to make a show of force instead of resulting to what mages would do? This is a trick. We're above tricks. Let us show them what our metal is made of.
Those orders you have in your hands are what our metal is made of. We're not going to win this war in a straight fight. We're barely keeping Divinius at bay as is. If they actually rallied, we need to break them and make them recoil into themselves. We need to do something so terrible that Divinius stays out of the war and stays neutral for as long as possible. You think something like this is going to be any Divinian's wish to join into or to run headlong? No, they see this and they will cower. They will stay in their ivory towers behind their high walls and read their scripture and put their heads in the sand.
Aelfonn thinks to himself, thinks about all of the bullshit that the Empire has done, and has a moment of odd clarity.
Joey, I will fucking kill you.
No. It's fine. It's fine. Relax.
This needs to happen. No.
Kind of, yeah. Because he knows the situation currently outside of Petra's mind. If he changes this, it could make things better, but it could make things a whole lot worse.
It's not time travel.
We're not back in time.
You just kill
Are
us.
we not back in time?
There is something to changing your experiences changes who you become.
Yeah, we can change who
So-
Petra is, but we can't change the history.
No, what's done is
Yeah.
done, and you can't
I was
change
gonna say-
that.
Here's the problem. Does Aelfonn realize this or care?
No, I'm saying this is Aelfonn reasoning this out in his head. he's kind of at war with himself between, do I fuck up the Empire like I've always wanted to, or do I not? Like, what weighs more? And
So he doesn't realize that this will just fuck up her memory and won't fuck up actual Empire?
you're thinking laterally. He's thinking bardically.
I don't like how this is going.
Some would say he's getting into trouble.
I would also say that like being in the mind, in the memory, is probably a pretty immersive experience, and it's probably a little difficult to recall that this isn't really happening. It feels entirely real because it's directly in the senses that you would use if it were real.
Oh yeah. No, I am 900% on board with Aelfonn's logic. I'm just
Yeah.
So what do you do?
And honestly, what it boils down to is, as awful as everything has been, it's brought him, or it's brought the 3 PCs to him. It's brought Rios to him. And so he's going to clench his fist with the orders in it. Ma'am. And march out.
Good. She goes back to her maps. As you exit the tent, you see your allies hiding, inconspicuously. Like, oh, it's you. Okay. What do you all do?
Where's the compass pointing still?
Yeah, I checked the compass.
Compass is still pointed back at the tent.
Do we need to like? Is there
Ziggy, I don't understand.
oh god.
Is there
Okay.
something?
You got to make her learn to love, and then you can sign.
Can we have
Why
someone who
haven't I
can like
jumped?
follow her?
Sure, you could
Can we?
definitely have the private or somebody say, "I need your help, hurry!" And
Weird question.
sure,
This is a bad idea. Can I take her place?
why not?
Oh, sure, Aelfonn can't change history, but yeah, let's let this happen.
I did it
I don't
already.
think this is.
I
You don't
mean-
remember what happens.
There was nothing saying that you couldn't have walked in there as her.
I know. I was being overly cautious.
And you don't have to make a roll to change yourself back to you. You can just
Yeah.
do that.
I think it's pointing at the tent. Petra's gonna. Is it possible to step into that exact role without fighting Galena?
I don't know.
We'll all be at the ready.
Okay. Petra drops her disguise and like she looks like Galena except for she has the rad face scar.
This way, if
It's
they
the-
get into a wrestling match, you know who's who.
Yeah, you know who to kill.
Unless in the wrestling match you can give her a red face scar, and then we're fucked.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's how we find out that Petra got the rad face scar.
Yeah.
And then like she starts heading into the she heads into the tent. I have no idea how this is gonna work.
Okay. The rest of you see Petra drop to disguise and assume the form of Galena and begin to stride towards the tent. What do you do?
Paul's like, what? Do you think that's a good idea?
I think the compass is pointing at her. Well, wait, look at the compass now.
It's still pointed at the tent.
God damn it.
Yes. So I will follow. We
Yeah.
should perhaps form outside as guards and make sure they're not interrupted, or that we are
shit.
close enough should we be needed.
I'm having this problem where I don't want to give Jameson ideas, but I have contingencies I want to cover, and I don't know what to do about it.
Slack the rest of us.
You monsters! Ooh, how dare you! Okay,
I don't wanna-
I would say trust your game master.
Yeah.
Cover your contingencies. He's not going to be a jerk and just like, oh, well, that doesn't work because XYZ, because I knew it was coming.
I know. I'll put it this way. I know what Galena's stats are.
yes, you know what Galena's stats are, but This isn't Galena.
That's true. It is just me. All right, headed in.
Okay. Well, I was wondering how long you were going to wait out there. She says, not even looking up from her maps.
Shit. I think it was necessary to... I don't know.
Why are you lying to yourself? Literally.
I'm here to replace you because I'm pretty sure that that there's a stupid compass that's asking me to follow it, and it keeps pointing to this stupid tent.
You've got this all kinds of mixed up, dearie. You're not really you. You're just a bunch of experiences from someone who's lost their mind. I am you. I have spent the last X amount of years, because we don't know what your character's age is during the war, as you. I am you. I am your childhood. I am your family. I am your friends. I am your religious and political beliefs. I am your likes and dislikes. You are just temporary, a phase.
Okay. If for a second you're implying that you are, oh God, the real version of me because you have all of our experiences, I have my own.
Yes, but they weren't built off of me. It's like building off of a blank slate. Do you not understand? If Maktaba or Aelfonn had their memories wiped and went through the same things you did, they would possibly end up just like you. Face it, I am you. If you merge with me, we can be one. We can be whole.
Very specific fantasy. Look. I'm willing to take the risk that the 3 idiots out there have maybe a good enough person that it's going to negate whatever happens here.
So are you going to merge with her?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Am I gonna retain the memories of what happened the last 5 years?
Oh yes, you will retain the memories of the last 5 years, but in addition to that, we'll just say your character is 25 years old at the time of losing your memories. You will also get 25 years of experience, memories. So I guess the question is, the people you served in the military with, the family ties that you had to Raid and Tech, the loyalty to Bellum, are you strong enough and confident enough in your current beliefs that you can override all of that?
No, we're gonna do it anyway, because I don't think there's a way to move forward otherwise.
That's entirely up to you. I'm not forcing your hand in this. You can choose to merge with her, and maybe, you retain who Petra is. Maybe Petra gets absorbed into Galena.
Let's roll those fucking dice! Figuratively.
Okay.
I mean,
so, she steps
should we
forward.
all go in the tent?
Sure, if you want to.
Saul's gonna go in the tent and drop to Saul form.
Okay. Saul drops her disguise.
I think Aelfonn's going to stay outside the tent to deflect anybody trying to get in, using his captain rank to say, she's busy now, come back later.
Okay. Maktaba?
I think my inclination right now is to stay outside as well. Because I haven't heard a struggle, I haven't heard Petra ask for help. And in this situation, I have to trust her.
Okay.
What does River do?
River's going to go in there with Sal because she's not going to jeopardize the mission. Petra is technically the mission. If she goes down, you all are SOL.
Yeah.
Super out of luck. So.
We're Saul?
Yes.
We're all Saul.
We're all Saul now.
We all Saul now. Hive mind.
As long as we don't all fall down.
You already got your inspiration. You're not getting any more out of me.
I don't get a replacement. Oh man.
All right. So your entire form becomes engulfed in a blue light. Hers in a red light.
Symbolism. Continue.
Yes. The two of you place your hands over each other. Saul, as you walk in, you see this occurring. River is wide-eyed. Is she trying
Saul's
to...
not stopping it.
Okay.
Saul is not going to stop it.
Is she trying to merge with her?
Well, I imagine that's how she remembers things.
All right.
I'm coming in here. I just figured we should be here in case. She just kind of like, Petra, I trust you.
All right.
Sorry.
This
She's
is
there for moral support.
going
It's
to
fairly
be...
unprecedented.
Yeah. Guarantee you don't have this in your other D20 games. So, you are merging with this person. The lights seem to be overtaking you. The red light seems to be engulfing, going up your hands and your wrists. We need to roll off to see if you're able to resist her.
Are you fucking kidding me?
It is possible you will be turned.
I have lost so much goodwill with these dice, I'm sure. What's the...
It
am
is
I
going to
trying
be
to
a
be?
wisdom save.
Call out if you need help.
Mhm.
Okay.
There is someone
okay.
out there who can give you bardic inspiration, but he needs to know what's going on.
Can I do like can I do one of those like Sailor Moon type things where I like put my hand on you and try to like focus energy on you? To be like, I trust you.
All right,
got
world. I
this?
need everyone to give me a little bit of your
Hands
energy.
up, spirit bomb!
I'm sorry.
Oh my god! Clap if you believe!
You reach out to imbue her with energy, imbue her with your presence, and you are repelled. It's almost
Please
like
tell
a
me someone
reverse
can help.
magnets. No. You are fighting yourself. You are on your own.
Oh god, I want to fake this so badly.
How do you mean you want
so
to
that
fake
was
this?
I rolled and it wasn't great.
Oh, that fake it. Okay. All right.
How many rolls do I get?
This is going to be the best of 5.
Oh, thank god.
So, the first one, you rolled a 1?
Oh yeah.
Okay. You see the red light rush up her arms, up to her shoulders. Go ahead and try again.
Oh god, come on, dice.
Clara, is there any sort of sound like
I
that's
think
going
that
on during this
there's
battle?
definitely
or
going to be
what's
sound,
happening?
and I think there's definitely sound and very obvious light. It is no longer. It's not subtle.
All of you standing watch outside, you see everyone in the camp stop what they're doing and just turn and look at the tent. Hands akimbo at their side.
I think we should enter.
14.
14. The light continues to move up your feet now.
I'm fucked. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Y'all can rehabilitate me later. I hate this. I'm gonna die, because we're gonna die, and it's gonna be because of these rolls.
Do any of you want to try and tear them apart?
Saul is gonna get back up and try again to like help.
So with this noise and this light show, I'm going to enter, and with everyone staring in this direction, I'm going to enter the tent as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I am too.
You see one red
Galena.
Galena, thank you. I tore the paper that had the note. Smart Jameson. You see one red Galena, one mostly red Galena.
Everything's going so well.
But the one that's got some blue torso has the one with the scar.
15.
Petra, listen to me. This is your mind. You have power here. Remember yourself. Do not get lost in the memories of the past.
I don't have my instrument with me, but I'd like to sing the song that I sang that turned her into Petra.
I'm sorry, who said you didn't have your instrument with you?
Oh. See, here's the thing. Aelfonn is gone so native. Like, he thinks this is absolutely real. He forgets these things sometimes. Being a Empire Engine soldier has fucked with his brain badly. Great. Would you like a roll to produce my instrument, or is that just the thing that happens?
That's the thing that happens. Great.
I would like to sing the song that I sang to make Petra Petra and see if that grounds her back into being Petra.
Is it Oingo Boingo?
Rude. Rude. No, I'm trying to pull it up here. Because, okay, so the background for the song for people in chat who don't know it, part of Aelfonn's duties in the army was to help soldiers who were on the verge of death to pass. Kind of as a bard, what else are you going to do in the army but make people more comfortable? So he chose a song that was a lullaby that his parents used to sing to him as a way to kind of make them relax and make their past easier. So that is what we're looking at here. And so that's the song that he sang to Petra's, would he believe be dying body before he knew who she was, that managed to bring her back to life.
Cat, you're perfect, never change.
All right. So you begin playing that song.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Staying alive by the Bee Gees. Oh, thank you, chat. Okay. 15 stems the tide and pushes it back some. Do you want to go ahead and give me another roll?
I did. Do I get inspiration or anything?
I'll go ahead and give you inspiration on this because I'm assuming it was probably a bad roll.
The first one was. The second one wasn't.
I was also hoping that in essence I wanted to use the help action with my speech about not forgetting about herself and that she has power here.
Okay, I think that.
But I don't know if that works or not.
All right. Give me a persuasion check, Maktaba. You were trying to convince her that she is more than just these memories.
rolled. Okay, I want to remind everyone that last game I rolled so well on a pot shot I destroyed Ravos's face.
Yeah, persuasion is persuasion is a skill that I'm famously good at.
Should I make a strength check? Would that be better?
It would not be at a penalty. After my -1, that's an 11.
Okay. Your words ring across to her, but unfortunately they do not sway her very much as she is doing everything she can to preserve her identity. So you gain inspiration from Joey's song.
Is it regular inspiration or is it bardic inspiration?
Bardic inspiration.
Okay, so you get to add a D8 to your roll.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sal, you reach out again, and again you are rebuffed.
No, this time she doesn't touch. She realized what happened last time. She kind of, but going for the same thing that Maktaba was kind of going for.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Did you physically reach out to her the first time, or
yes,
were you
the first time I
emotionally
physically
reaching
touched
out?
her.
Okay.
The first time I physically touched her. This time it's an emotional reach out, like telepathically.
All right, let me retcon this a little bit. When you reached out and touched her, you weren't rebuffed, but any psychic energy you were pushing through did not penetrate.
Okay. So this time now she's like, just remember who your friends are. Like, if this was who you were meant to be, that's who you would still be.
Okay.
So you can be whoever you want.
He makes a good point. 16. God.
16. It's
The
now.
dice are making me work for this.
You're back to an equilibrium.
God, I hate this.
Now you can choose to sever the connection now, or leave it all up to one dice roll.
I hate this.
I have something I would like to do.
What is
if
that?
I may. I am going to say that at some point in the past, and probably more than one time, I have been Maktaba and the rest of the crew have been treated to speeches about how great Petra is, and how smart she is, and how controlled she is, and how everything goes according to plan, and all of these words of encouragement and everything that is meaningful to her. And I am going to recite them back in her voice.
In a montage.
I'm going to piece together parts of this speech given in her own voice to encourage her in this effort. And these would all be memories and a source of power that Galena would not have any access to.
That's true.
And that would be Petra's alone. And I'm hoping that, because I want to use my mimicry feature, that hearing it in her own voice is like a, you know, like the good voice in the back of your head instead of all the shitty ones that we deal with all the time.
All right. So, like we talked about earlier with the clip show, those memories begin to swim around the room, pasted against the walls of the tent. Sal, do you give any more words of encouragement, or do you just stick with the remember who you are, remember who your friends are?
She's just like,
Simba.
yeah.
Sorry.
She kind of like, she keeps doing that, like, just remember who you are. You've done 5 years of good. That good person is there. That good person will always be there. It doesn't matter if Galena comes back. You've changed, and you can stay that way.
And Aelfonn, are you going to add anything to this?
I'm still singing the song.
All right.
Yeah, I think I'm still singing the song. Bit of an interlude. I'll interject. Petra, what's past is prologue. We are not our past. We are our futures. Come back to us. And then I'll go back into the song.
With your friends' kind words,
Aww.
you get inspiration on this roll. You have advantage.
Okay. I didn't roll like shit, so.
Now, again, this is
Watch
one
me
die
roll
roll
shit.
that will decide it.
I hate you. Wow, are you fucking kidding me? 16 both times.
16. The blue light of Petra engulfs Galena
Oh, thank God.
in a swift motion. Galena lets out a scream that pierces everyone's ears, forcing you to grab onto them and try and stave off the noise. As she rips away, when she does so, much of her body falls away with it. And so it's just like her legs, torso, or like she's missing half her torso, half of her face is gone. No, I won't go back.
That is so
I'm in
gross.
charge. I'm the one who's in charge. And just then you hear from the camp, yes, General, yes, my General. And all of the troops go and run past you into the tent and start jumping atop Galena. And they begin to fuse into this big fleshy blob.
Oh, I hate that.
Tendrils of it lash out, grabbing some of the technology, pulling it in, lashing out, grabbing some of the steam engines in the area. Finally, it coalesces. The tent lifts up into the air into a golden dragon with bits of iron wrapped in its hide. What do you do?
So, I think we should run now. I think we got what we came for. Any objections?
Did you finish remembering things?
You do
I don't
have
know,
more
did I?
memories.
Are
we don't
they
have-
of the? Do I have the knowledge of the Bellum Empire's capital city?
You know of it. You've been around it. You know there's a really good bistro there.
Fucking
But unfortunately, you don't have the secret passage. Maktaba, if you check your compass, you see it's still pointing at the golden dragon. Much
We
like
have
how
to-
Petra sees herself a giant golden dragon.
We have to fight the dragon.
I
You-
hate this.
To be fair, you all told me that you wanted to fight an iconic monster from D&D.
Yep.
Here's a
We
dragon.
did
Yeah, he's
that.
right.
We did that. That's our fault. Crap.
Well,
Initiatives.
on the one hand,
Well,
Initiative! Yay, initiative!
Oh, biscuits. I got a 6.
You know what? I'll use my golden dragon dice
Ooh.
for
Okay.
this. Oh, and that's a good starting off roll. That's a 19 initiative.
my dragon with dragon.
Mine is a 16 or 17 math.
I got a 7.
I got a rock.
I'm gonna stop rolling. I just.
Oh, and I forgot. River. Ooh, River got a 16 plus her dex, which is a 0, so 16.
Where were these dice rolls? Yeah, like. Okay, whatever. I hate that. I hate this.
Six.
Okay.
I actually wanted to go a little bit faster this time, but that's fine.
Now, again, we do have what's called the I forgot what we call this, the fluctuating or dynamic initiative.
Oh, right.
Mhm.
So you can change places with each other. But a 6, we'll go ahead and say that is the last spot. Let's see. Mock.
Follow-up question.
Yes, ma'am.
Can I access Galena's character sheet?
Absolutely, but we are not using Galena's character sheet.
Okay. Like I can't use any of her skills.
Oh, you can.
Yay. Multi-class, bitches.
I'm looking at a
Multi-class.
hand of spells. Not a lot of these going to do good against the dragon. Good luck, guys!
I will say I haven't leveled Galena since we were level 3, so I don't know that she's gonna be any more helpful, but you know.
All right. Those of you just joining us right now, we are inside Petra's mind. Petra was a general in the evil empire. She was killed, but raised with no memory of who she was. Now, important information they need to plan an attack is stuck within her mind, in her memories. They need to remove this version of her to access said memories. And now they've got to fight a giant dragon because that's what you do when I'm in the DM seat.
We also all requested that we did this to ourselves.
I was
We
like,
did this to
Mind Flayer,
ourselves.
Beholder. Okay, dragon it is.
I will
I
say I don't
do
think
like
I've ever
mind
fought a
flayers.
dragon.
Oh, I have, but I'm usually much higher level.
Yeah. Yeah, I was wondering before we started if we should ask if we should level up after those 2 intense episodes.
Those were all
That would have been nice.
emotional.
was a lot of- Yeah, it wasn't a lot of fighting,
Emotionally
but
intense.
Well, I
you know,
mean-
we put the
We're
work
in. The
in.
mind.
There was
Yeah,
fighting.
absolutely. And really, I don't listen. I don't judge things based on did you fight something, you get XP. A lot of this was interpersonal, conversational.
Sure.
I'm
I
excited.
know?
Let's do it. Let's take out this dragon. Let's do it.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to say that the stats on this dragon are weaker than what it would be normally because you
Bless
did
you.
overtake much of it.
Yay.
So I'm going to go ahead and knock off 50 hit points. That seems fair.
Depending on the age of the dragon, yeah.
It's a brain dragon.
And
It
I'm going to
does-
go
it-
ahead and
it's-
I'm going to reduce its attack by 2 points. So it's going to have a -2 to all attacks. But again, this is in Petra's mind.
Yep.
If you die, there are no death saving throws.
Yep.
And if Petra dies, the world begins to collapse.
Yep.
Or she eats you and then she becomes whole.
Yep.
Cool. All right. So, what's up?
Gonna fight it.
You do see
Hey,
the golden
just-
tree in the distance.
I
That's
was
your
like,
exit.
just a thought. Do we want to kite the dragon to the tree?
I'm not mad at that idea. Follow up. Is there any way to merge with the dragon now?
I mean, you can, but it's... Hey, do what you like.
No. Last time you said that, last time you said that Aelfonn lost his leg.
Listen, I'm not saying this is an Akira situation, but this might be an Akira situation.
But there is a dude on a souped-up cyber motorcycle that's doing donuts out in the backyard. So
I am saying,
Okay.
Clara, you wanted to burst out of something's throat.
God damn it. Well, let's call that a Hail Mary, and let's go. Let's see if we can get it to the tree.
So we're running. Are we running?
Yeah, we're
Uh,
running.
Okay, go ahead.
I have an attack if I can do with.
All right, we'll take this in order.
Yeah.
First position. Who would like to take first position?
Maktaba said he had an idea.
well, if I take a position early in the order, I can use a spell to give everyone bonuses. I can use Bless
Oh.
and put Bless on, so that just makes everyone else more effective.
I like it.
Okay. So, all right, we'll give Maktaba first position. Second position.
I have the exact opposite spell. I can make things harder for the dragon.
Okay. All right, and third position.
I have a thing that could also make things harder for the dragon and possibly do a lot of damage.
Okay. Fourth position.
I'll take that because
Alright.
it's left.
And then we'll take River. Will take last in this. All right. So, Maktaba, let's start with you, sir.
All right. For my main action, I will go ahead and cast Bless, and I will target the three PCs, the three other PCs.
Okay. Hashtag bless.
Hashtag Bless. And then as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay.
Which is going to take the form of a sword, like a giant crystal scimitar, so glowing like that.
all right.
But it's spelled out in a kind of Gothic script, the word sword.
I love that.
Okay. I dig it. QR.
And that will and I will go ahead and strike an attack at the dragon with that.
By all means, strike away, sir.
Okay. That is going to be 17.
17 total.
17 to hit.
17 does not hit. It bats it
Okay.
away.
Okay. And then I will begin moving towards the tree, hopefully having drawn a little bit of its attention.
Okay. All right. Next up, Aelfonn.
I am going to go ahead and cast Bane on the dragon. Try to knock it down a peg. It must make a charisma saving throw.
So just for you at home, Gold Dragon charisma is its third best stat. Over 20. So they got a 25.
Cute. Well, that did not work. That's fine. I'm going to use my bonus action.
I'm sorry, did you add your...
Oh, I did not. What did Bless give me?
Bless will give you an extra D4. But that's for an attack. It's not against it. Never mind. Yeah. My apologies.
That's fine. No, it's all good. I will use my second bardic inspiration on Petra.
Right.
So I figure she's going to be our best bet in dealing with this because it's her dragon. And I'm going to start heading towards the tree.
Okay. Our best bet, right? Our best plan right now has been run and Akira. Just throwing that out there.
We're doing great, y'all.
Yeah. Saul, your turn.
We're doing great.
All right. Saul is going to get in fighting position and hold up a hand and cast a radiant beam at the dragon. It must make a dex save. On a failed save, it will take 66. On a successful save, it will still take half.
Okay, I got an 11 on the save.
That it failed.
Okay.
Also, it's blinded.
What kind of attack is this?
Radiant.
Radiant. Okay, cool. Not fire. All right.
Nope. Oh my god, so many threes. All right.
You're aggressively average.
Yep. 10, 14.
That was a nickname in college.
19.
19, okay.
Yeah. 19 points of damage, which is not great for 66, but here we are.
All right. You deal some damage. You see it turn its head and recoil some. Are you going to run? Or was that like a full round action?
That was a full... I have to hold the concentration to keep it blinded.
Okay.
So I'm staying there to keep it blinded. It can make saving throws on the end of each of its turns.
Okay.
Does it specifically say that you can't move? Because concentration doesn't normally mean you can't move. It just means you can't cast other concentration spells.
Mm-hmm.
She's not gonna get too far away from it because until we know the plan of running, because up close fighting is most of her stuff.
Okay.
So Saul would not run too far.
Okay. All right. Next up, Petra.
Cool.
Also, the concentration lasts 1 minute.
This is fine. Any indication as to whether one can maybe just think happy thoughts?
You certainly can, by all means.
And make that go away?
Unfortunately, like most things, you got to battle your own demons. Physically, because it's RPGs.
Yep.
Metaphor.
All right, well...
Ham-fisted metaphor.
What's a metaphor?
Well, if we're not
For pooping,
making
silly.
if we're not making an expeditious retreat at this very moment... Actually, did you guys run?
Some of them are running.
Me and Maktaba are making our way towards the tree.
Saul's
Not a
gonna
full
run.
sprint.
I thought the plan was to kind of kite towards the
Yeah.
tree.
I'm
Saul,
gonna back up
don't
as
get
far as I
distracted.
can. As far as I can within range. And let's do... Alright. Back up as far as I can, but staying in range. And two bolts from the grave, because that was a fun little present I got after I died.
Hey, but you've been passing
like
them out
that.
as often as you can.
I know, I've been doing real good with that. Does a... I can't remember. 25 hit?
Yeah, barely.
I don't know, it's a dragon! on.
25.
Oh, God. Keep dropping D8s. I'll just use a D10. No. Sorry. Seriously? 8 damage? Oh no, 3d6. What am I doing? Ha ha ha. Sorry, I was looking at my crossbow. I'm really good at this, guys.
No worries.
9. Hold on. 9, 12, and plus 3, 14. Nope.
9, 12 plus 3 is 15.
Clara. 15, Clara. I do math real good, guys.
I am
not
not
a lot of
judging you.
damage. Not a lot of damage, but
Still.
Also, if I haven't used my cutting action, I can do that again.
Okay. Do you? I thought you might want to use it to disengage or dash.
I kind of don't have a disengage. I actually will probably take that dash, though.
Okay. All right, so you move another 30 feet. So the only ones that are within 30 feet of it are Saul and River, because River has not had a turn yet. Aelfonn has pulled back. Same for Maktaba. It is going to use its action and cast a breath weapon.
It is blinded.
Doesn't need to see you to breathe on you.
Just saying.
So you need to succeed on a strength saving throw. I didn't write this. This is...
Are you just making this up? I mean...
Yeah. River is all... Didn't skip leg days. She's good. She rolled a nat 20.
Ooh,
Oh,
go
okay,
River.
okay. I rolled a 16.
Needed a 17.
Fuck.
It's okay. The dragon exhales gas in a 30-foot cone. Each creature in this area must succeed on a DC 17 strength saving throw or have disadvantage on strength-based attack rolls, strength checks, and strength saving throws for 1 minute. A creature can repeat the saving throw at the end of each turn, ending the effect on itself on a success.
Okay.
Wait.
It's a good thing my
hashtag
attacks are
blessed?
dex-based.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
what
am I
about
blessed?
bless?
How does Bless work in this one? It gives an advantage on the roll, right?
Bless gives an advantage to saves and to attacks. A D4.
Oh, should I have rolled? Should I roll another?
Roll one more.
Yeah, roll a D4.
A d4?
Is
thought it was
Bless is a
advantage.
D4 or is advantage?
Bless is a D4.
Oh, then
okay.
you succeed. You needed a 17, so bam.
Cool. Yay! I don't die.
You feel a weakening breath just wash over you, and you're able to just shrug it off like it's no big deal. Okay, that's one of its actions. It's then going to reach forward and claw you and then bite you.
Great.
I'll switch off between you and River since you're both within range.
I mean, I'm the one pissing it off, and Saul is intentionally trying to distract it, so...
That's fair. River hasn't aggroed any, and you have. So you
Yep.
get all the attacks.
Great!
Blinded means they have disadvantage on this, so let me roll 2d20s. Take the lower. Alright, first one is going to be the claw attack. The claw. And that's going to be a 2, which is now a 0 because of the -2 on them. Oh, it's actually more like an 13. Does a 13 hit?
No.
Okay, cool. 13 again. Okay, so it claws and bites at you, neither of which is able to make contact. It wants to get away from this blinding light, so it begins to beat its wings, and it launches itself 40 feet in the air.
Great.
I'm sorry, 80 feet in the air.
Jameson, I'm sorry to retcon here. My brain is a little slow. You were rolling with disadvantage on those attacks?
Yes.
Okay.
Because of the dragon was blinded.
Because of the blinding. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Not due to the bane of Aelfonn.
So much for jumping into it.
Right. With the dragon flying high in the air, River grabs you by the arm, Sal, and says, "Let's go!" And she grabs you and runs towards an abandoned wagon with horse attached. Everyone in! As she begins to take off towards you with the wagon. You can all enter the wagon as a free action on your turn.
Okay.
Bop, 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 bop,
Saul
bop.
is going to enter.
Okay, top of the order. Who wants first spot? Do you want to continue the same order or swap it up?
I'm okay in the same order if you guys are.
I'm okay with the same order.
Same.
Okay.
Sure, I
Unless
guess.
Maktaba wants to change.
At this sort of range at the moment, there isn't a lot I can do without dropping less.
I'm trying to think if there's anything.
I can hit it with this spiritual weapon, but I don't have another good action that I can use.
Wait,
I
is
can
Bless a
take the top-
concentration check?
Bless is a concentration spell,
And
so as long as I don't cast a different concentration spell,
But isn't spiritual
if
weapon
I-
also a concentration spell?
no, it is specifically not.
Okay.
I can
Cool,
swap
cool.
with you, Nick, and I just because my options right now are hit it or run, so I can do. It's out of range for me, so unless there's something better you can do.
Is it, Jameson, when it launched itself into the air, did it, does it look like it's taking flight to run away, or does it look like it is just trying to get distance, or...
It's tactically repositioning for the best attack.
Okay.
And that might mean moving ahead of you and blocking your path, or landing atop you and crushing you all in your wagon.
Right.
It
Okay.
doesn't look like
Currently
it's fleeing.
I'm trying to figure out how to talk our way out of this still.
But yeah, there's nothing I can do from this range. I have some 60 feet away things, but nothing 80 feet away.
It's not your fault.
Yeah, with charisma like
Let's
that, I
just-
don't know if we'll convince it otherwise of anything.
Let's run and figure it out if it blocks our path.
Or tries to crush us.
All
Or
right,
tries to
well,
crush us.
yeah, let's...
Right now,
Let's run. Let's all run.
Yeah, I guess let's, I run towards the tree.
Okay, so
Do you get in the cart or no?
How far away are we from the tree, approximately?
the tree's going to take you probably about 3 rounds to get there. Assuming
Less
you
than the
run.
wagon?
Yeah,
Okay.
the wagon you can get there in a round, maybe.
Okay, I guess I'll get in the wagon.
Okay, one thing to note, being in the wagon poses one problem is that you're now one target versus a scattering of targets.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of, but...
Entirely up to you
That was
guys
my
how you
thought.
do.
Saul will not jump in the wagon because she's the fucking big damn hero type.
You're still going to die. I'm just going to murder your character right now. Let's
I know. I didn't mean to. I did this to myself. I built. This is her personality, though. So she's gonna like basically let them all get in and keep herself slightly separate. She's already pissed it off.
Yeah, you have.
I'm really trying to see if we can talk our way out of this, and I have my final Hail Mary, which may kill us, so let's get to the tree first.
Okay. All right. So, top of the order, Maktaba, you're running. You're not going to get in the wagon. Are you going to do anything else, or are you going to take the full round to run?
I will take the... You know what? I'll take... I can't leave River in the wagon. River is...
Saul's gonna yell at y'all to get in the wagon.
Yeah, I run and I jump in the wagon, and I yell for everyone to go.
Okay. All right, you're in the wagon. You'll have enough time to cast a spell or anything. Do you have anything that may reach, or is it all out of range?
Pretty much out of range.
Understood.
Because I'm not dropping Bless.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will allow you to hold your second action until the end of the round if the dragon comes into range. Does that seem fair?
Sure.
Okay.
We'll see what happens. Appreciate it.
No worries. All right. I'm sorry. Who is next? Aelfonn or Petra or Sal?
I'll go next.
Okay.
I will hop in the wagon and whispers some words of encouragement to River, assuring her we're going to get out of this alive because we have to. It's too good a story to tell people. And I'm going to give her one of my bardic inspirations so that when she makes this eventual roll I'm sure she's going to have to make to get us to the tree, she has bardic inspiration for it.
Wonderful.
Which is a bonus action, so if it's cool, I am going to hold my main action until the dragon gets in range, because I don't have anything that goes that far.
Understood. Okay. Sal or Petra?
Sal is out of the wagon, basically keeping herself a pretty prominent target. She looks like herself again, and is just, basically like running slightly off to the side of them, so she's not with them, and holding her action for when the dragon gets closer.
Okay. All right, and Petra, since you've taken the last position, you'll have to go after the dragon does. The dragon... so with your blinding light thing, was that a sticking effect, or was that just while they were within range?
It says a blinded target can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on itself on a successful save. It says is blinded until my concentration ends.
Okay, that's fine.
And it said it looks like it lasts a minute, so.
All right.
So does the save let it throw it off entirely, or just for like a round?
It just goes away.
Okay.
It goes away if it succeeds. If it saves.
Okay. All right, I got a 17 on the roll. I didn't do a save at the end of the dragon's turn when it was flying away, so I'm just gonna put that there. You now know the dragon can see. Let me see if its breath weapon recharges. It does not, so that's good news. Or at least.
Why would you say it like that?
Well, because there's a second breath weapon, so checking to see if both of them are ready. All right, so dragon is now going to come into range and essentially try and squish you, Blythe.
Okay.
Let's see. This is just going to be I'll say this is a strength-based attack, as it's just trying to come down like a hawk.
What would I do to? Do I do anything to?
It's just going to be an AC check.
Okay.
All right.
Right now my AC is 17 because of psychic focus nonsense.
Dopeness. That's going to be 17. It's going to hit.
Cool.
So it crushes you, and you're going to take a heap of damage. Just a small heap.
Never mind.
You're going to take 6 plus 10. That's 16. It's going to be 21, 25 points of damage as it comes down and crushes you. It is then going to turn its head towards the wagon and use its breath weapon. Everyone is going to need to make a DC 17 dexterity saving throw.
Cool. I'm going to use my third bardic inspiration to use cutting words on the dragon.
Okay. Which
will let me basically use D8 and subtract D8 from that dragon's roll.
It doesn't have I guess you can take it from the damage if you fail. So.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Cool. Where's my D20? There it is.
All right. Dex saving throws for you three and River, and she has.
Am I in range of the? Am I being targeted even though I'm not in the cart?
You're right, Petra. You would not be targeted by this one. Awesome.
One.
That's a 19.
River got a 21 thanks to the bardic inspiration.
Also
Maktaba?
21?
Also 21. All right. You three only take half damage. So that's good. So you're going to take 22 points of damage.
Half?
Oh!
That's the half?
Yes.
How far? How long is it going to take for them to get to the tree from here?
Within the wagon, they can get there within one round.
Okay.
Assuming they just go all out. If no
How
one
long
attacks and everyone just hunkers down to the wagon, you can get there at the end of this turn.
How long would it take for Petra's mind to collapse if she dies?
I'd say a minute.
Awesome.
You gotta get out. Petra, you gotta get out.
We're just calculating for contingencies.
But hey, it's its breath weapon, so it's got to recharge, so it might not have it next round.
Yep.
I don't know if I can take a normal hit at this point.
Yeah.
That was my thought. Cool. So it's like it's like on the ground-ish.
Mm-hmm. This is its big attack. I'll give you that piece of information. The breath weapon, the fire breath, is its like mega attack.
Oh, would you let me use my bardic inspiration on that damage?
Oh, I always have
Yeah, I'm sorry.
resistance to
Yes,
that.
you had said something about that.
All right, that's 6. So we get 6 back.
There you go.
I'm trying desperately to see if I can story my way out of this instead of having to fight it.
Is that everyone, Joey?
Well, it takes it, makes an attack roll, ability check, or damage roll. You can spend one use of bardic inspiration, roll the dice, and subtract the number from the creature's roll. So yeah, so it'd be 6 back for everybody. Because it took 6 away from its damage roll.
Right. You removed
Okay.
it from the damage. We talked about that prior to going into it.
Okay.
Yep. All right.
I will attempt to hit it with the spiritual weapon, which is a bonus action.
Okay.
One of these dice wants to roll. Not that one. But it continues to bat the sword away.
Okay. You strike at it, and it clangs off some of the metal hide that is
Right.
absorbed.
I'm going to interject my action that I saved.
Okay.
And I'm going to conjure the only thing that I can think of that could possibly make this dragon slightly afraid, which would be a bigger, scarier dragon. I'm going to cast Fear. And I'm going to try to make it look like Petra turned into this dragon.
Ooh, I like that.
So, yeah, it needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
That is going to be an 11. Is that good enough?
It does not make it. No, it is not. So it is currently frightened for the duration, which is up to 1 minute concentration.
Okay.
While frightened by this spell, a creature must take the dash action and move away from you by its safest available route on each of its turns, unless there is nowhere to move. If the creature ends its turn in a location where it doesn't have line of sight of you, the creature can make a wisdom saving throw. On a successful save, the spell ends for the creature.
Okay. So it is now taking its turn to bat its wings and move away.
Before it flees, do I get a chance to attack it because I was holding my action for when it got close to me?
Absolutely. I mean, it is letting you up from underneath its claws.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna attack it.
Actually.
Also, who is
Will,
looking?
will you let me, or will you say I am
No,
knocked down?
I will definitely let you. Give me a strength saving throw first.
Don't forget to add your bless.
Hashtag blessed. Was it a 1?
Yes.
So
it's
roll a d4.
No, it's a 4.
It's a 5 now.
It's a 5. Okay.
There you go.
You're able to.
I was rolling the d4 as I saw the 1. I'm like, oh, okay.
So yeah, you're able to attack it, but you notice something as you are being lifted into the air. You are melding with this thing.
That's what I thought.
Oh no.
Oh no.
How do
Okay.
I? So I'm able to attack it.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna attack it.
Is it a free action to
Do
yell?
I get to roll the bless
Absolutely.
as well on that?
How long does bless last? Is it just on your next?
It's concentration up
Okay.
to a minute.
So do I still get to roll that with the attack?
Yes.
Oh, that is a natural 20.
All right. I will give you the choice here. You can either severely wound the dragon, or cut yourself free.
I severely wound the dragon. Because that's what Saul would do.
Of course.
I hate this character. I love her so much.
All right.
I'm also, as my actual action, I'm going to cast Healing Word on Sal.
I appreciate that.
So Sal gets 7 hit points back.
Thank you.
All 7. Wow.
I'm up at 20 now.
I know.
Gift horse.
Okay. Are you gonna have me roll my damage twice then?
No, it's remember you do your max damage and then you roll the damage die an extra time.
Okay. So, because I'm using, can I still use my staff?
Yes.
Is that what I'm using? Okay. So it's a D10. So it's 10 plus 1.
Okay then.
Great. I love the dice.
Does it have? Do you add your Dex bonus to the attack?
Oh yeah. So 2. So that's 13.
Nickel and
This is
diming,
the-
but every little bit helps.
No, that's perfectly
This
fine.
is the
I
dice
rolled a
equivalent of walking up with a handful of pennies. Like, how much will I get for that?
Yeah.
I'm just like, I roll a natural 20 and I don't even get to do a good amount of damage. It is radiant damage if that counts for anything.
Mm-mm.
Well, just that it's not resistant to it.
All right, so a couple things are going to happen at once. The dragon is going to fly away. You are still attached to it. I'm sorry. Yes, Clara, Petra. Clara.
I was gonna say I'm going after the dragon, I assume.
Are
That's
you?
flying in
Order?
the air. I mean, yes.
Um,
After in turns, yes.
Okay, I guess would shouting at it get its attention?
Depends on what you shout at it.
It's afraid.
Let your wings.
Ah, fuck! It is afraid.
And actually, to that point, I'm gonna, because this is kind of a dream realm, I'm gonna do something a little interesting. Yes, you do cast this fear spell, and you are, again, affecting its mind. So it sees Petra as a dragon, right?
Oh god.
Mm-hmm.
Petra, go ahead and check your Slack. Those are your new stats.
Holy fuck!
Yes!
So that kind of changes things. All right. I still kind of want to see if I can story my way out of it.
You can still talk as a dragon, but you are now a giant dragon. Do you want to describe this transformation for everyone?
Okay. I guess Petra just like, okay, so what you guys would have seen is like all of this is happening and Petra has actually stopped running away and started moving towards the dragon when like she just falls over for a second and disgusting werewolf transforms into a full-size silver dragon. And yeah, I think the stats are for a gold dragon, but still.
Yeah, we'll say.
This is weird.
The contrast is cooler.
The contrast is cool though.
Oh yeah.
I picked a silver dragon for the aesthetics.
Yes. There is a moment of like, what the fuck? Like, I have a new body. And then like she's gonna hesitantly like move into like start heading into the air, or at least trying.
Your body lifts off the ground. You're able to take flight.
Fuck yeah.
Now this is going to
This is
replace
weird.
the fear effects. It is going to take off for that turn, but I figure that's kind of a fair trade-off to now have a dragon on your side.
We have a dragon.
Okay. This changes things.
So real quick, the only big difference between a gold dragon and a silver dragon, and I'll let you make these changes. For your fire breath, it's now replaced as cold breath with a constitution save. And instead of the strength breath, it's now a paralyzing breath replaced, again, with a constitution save.
Okay. This is still very weird. Okay, this changes things. How fast am I?
It should say at the top of your thing, but it should be fly speed of 80 feet.
Jesus.
Holy fuck.
You could pretty much pick everyone up and fly over there, or you can give chase after the dragon.
I want to give chase after the dragon. I think
You could save everyone.
Well, except for Sal.
Well, I mean, Sal hasn't been fully absorbed.
Nope.
This is
not
the
yet.
second time I'm gonna have to go back to save fucking Saul.
Yeah.
Saul is doing it to save y'all. It's her character.
And all to find out more about your past.
This is my fucking demon. Would I be close enough to hit it? To catch up to it?
Oh, absolutely. If you're spending your entire turn
God,
to move to it, because it's spent its turn attacking and then had to run, you could just move directly to it and close the distance.
I would like to close the. This is getting really weird. This sort of changed a lot of plan things.
You still can talk to it, talk at it.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna head to it, and as she gets close enough to get like within, I guess, arms, wings reach,
Claw, whatever.
claw reach. I kind of, here's the thing, I want to grapple it, but more importantly, I want to try to absorb it back.
Okay.
Okay, because here's my logic, and I'm going to try to story this, and I'm going to try to save everyone, because fuck this. And that is that, so Petra grabs, it would be trying to grab the dragon at this point and sort of redo whatever happened in the tent. But
Trying to finish it up, okay.
finish it, but this time, instead of sort of fighting Galena and her memories, she's going to let go, because the one thing that she and Galena both seemed to really fight, like, to have, was that need for control. And so she's gonna try to just make somebody new.
I like it. You're able to slam into the dragon, the two of you spinning in the air, wrapping around one another as you fight. This is going to be an opposed will check. Again,
Well, I gotta check.
this is
check
going to
my
be your
dragon
wisdom stats for your dragon.
Am I like just chilling there?
You are like, oh, there's a
You're
second
chilling the
dragon.
most.
Like you, I'm sure you're like stabbing
you're
at
like
the foot.
the bits of peach in the Jello.
I actually have less wisdom as the dragon, guys.
If you want to take your personal wisdom, go for it.
Awesome. I mean, it's not better, but it's like, it's 14 versus 13.
Hey, that's a +2 versus a +1.
I know. That's really funny.
Okay. So, dragon rolls an 11 total. Beat an 11.
My God. Sorry, basic math is hard. 18 total.
Is that with your bless?
Is that with my bless? I don't know. Plus what, a D4?
D4,
Yeah.
do it.
You beat an 11, folks. You're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to make it hurt.
At that same time, Sal, give me a strength check.
You have to pluck the Sal out of
Do I
your
have to
side.
roll? Do I have to roll a d4 still?
Yeah, don't you want to?
Yeah.
No. You roll a d20 and then add a d4. It's a bonus.
Yeah, you don't roll just the d4. I wouldn't do that to you.
Oh well. I
Yeah,
mean, I
you
rolled
would, but just not right now.
Come
I rolled a 4 on the d20.
Maybe I should have had to roll the d4.
I did, and I got a 3, so it's a 7.
All right. More of you is being absorbed.
We're gonna fucking...
Petra, you and the dragon are fusing together. It is fighting against you. I don't want to go back.
You're fine.
Give me another roll. Those of you on the ground, River holds up her hand. Mass Cure Wounds. You all get... let's see, 3d8. Let me get my dates. My d8s. That's 7, that's 10, and that's 4, so 14 plus spellcasting level 3. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and get 17 hit points back.
Woo! I am back at full.
All right. Sal, you're up to your waist. Petra, let's see if you can merge before Sal is no more.
I hate D4s.
This time, the dragon got a 16.
Dirty fucking 20!
You are just, as it's like trying to claw away from you, no! You're grabbing onto its arms and pulling it into you. Sal, give me that strength check.
Hug.
Can I guess, do we have actions? When are we going during all of this? Can I drop Bless and give and cast Enhance ability
Sure.
on Sal?
Go ahead.
Okay.
And I would also like to give her my last part of inspiration.
All right.
Okay.
You got Bardic Inspiration, Bless, and you've got
No,
advantage.
No more
I have
bless.
I have to drop Bless.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I will cast Enhance ability for Strength, Bear's Strength.
Okay, so she now has
which
advantage.
gives her advantage.
You have advantage on strength checks plus a Bardic Inspiration, which is a D6, right?
The D8 at
D8.
level 5.
Sorry, D8.
Oh, y'all might have saved Saul because I just rolled a natural 20 plus the D8, so 25.
You managed to pull yourself completely free and are in free fall as this is happening.
Yep.
Petra.
Grab onto the Petra dragon's tail.
Can I?
Sorry, it's just funny.
We'll handle this
You
in a
can
second.
try, but you can never catch that dragon's tail.
Frying pan fire.
You get inspiration.
Yeah, can
Yes!
I give him inspiration? Yes.
All right,
I
Petra.
mean-
This is the last one. It's a low one. It's only 4.
Oh my god. Sorry. 10.
Jesus.
And you absorb the dragon in a bright golden light, silvery light. You bring it in and you have all of your memories. You become whole and are able to catch Sal before she falls too far from you.
For a splat.
This is the most
Because
tense game.
80 feet.
Oh,
Damn
this
it.
is the tense game? Okay, just checking. Not the one with the start off
Every
with the
game.
duel. All right.
Every game has been really, really tense.
Slowly, the hill falls away. The encampment falls away. You guys are all engulfed in a white light before you open your eyes and you're back on the Dragonfly. Rios is standing there. When does this start? Did it not work?
We are back.
You're
I think only Petra can answer that question.
everyone, I'm assuming, kind of turns to look at Petra to see what's come back.
Wait, are we really back, or is this like a?
You're really back.
Okay.
Pinch yourself or whatever.
As far as we know.
It's all like.
Or is the rest of this always in Petra's mind and you've never left?
Well, I mean, Aelfonn's gonna ask Rios, prove to me I'm back.
He begins to describe something that you enjoy that only the two of you would know.
Ew.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, we're back.
Cuddling and watching The Notebook. What's wrong with you?
Right?
It's pretty boring. The Notebook just sits there. But,
Yeah.
you know, whatever. I don't want to yuck your yum.
It's a real page turner.
Did it work?
Um,
Did it work?
It did. It absolutely worked. How it manifests in Petra, Galena, whomever you are now, is up to you. Are you more Galena? Are you more Petra? Are you a fusion of the two? How do you respond?
I was not prepared to make these decisions when we started this game.
Oh, you think I was? You think I've got a whole imaginary MacGuffin thing going on here?
We headed to Divinius.
It says sexy goblin. That's it. It's got a question mark, too. I wasn't even sure on that.
Sexy goblin?
Well, based on your interpretation of Roth, I'd say you nailed it.
Yeah. Petra, like...
You actually don't have to
Petra's sort
say
of like-
anything.
Yeah, she just sort of, like, looks around and, like, sort of, like, checks her hands for dragonness.
No more dragonness.
I think it worked.
Yeah,
What do you remember?
but there's something a little off about this. You have memories of training in the Order. Sal, you have memories of serving in the Empire.
Do we have, like... So it's like I still have all of my memories, but I also have these now?
Mm-hmm. Not all of Petra's, but there was some crossover.
Saul's like, Petra? We might need to talk.
I mean, do you answer to Petra?
Jury's still out. Yeah,
wouldn't know
I
what to
think
call
I think I need a minute alone.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
that a good
are
idea?
Are you okay?
Seems to have been an intense experience. Everyone,
Yeah.
we should give her some space, and we will be waiting when you are ready.
Just don't forget, you're not alone. And I'll walk out with you guys.
I will gather up the supplies for the ritual and leave as well.
Saul kind of just looks at her and she's like, I hope that helps. And just kind of like, it's very uncomfortable and kind of just like walks out because she does not like the things she's remembering that she should not be remembering.
All right.
Yeah, I was gonna say Petra has to dig through what is both new memories that she made and also apparently Order memories.
I mean, you did talk a little bit about possibly becoming part of the Order at some point, but
Did not expect that to happen that way.
no problem. So, we can go ahead and end right here. You can see Divinius in the distance. It'll give you all a week to kind of ruminate on what has happened.
Oh, it was so good.
I just know Saul is not happy. Saul does not want to know these things.
It wasn't all bad, I'm sure.
No.
I think it's just
I'm
the idea of Empire memories in her head is weird. It's
Same though.
I'm
Better
just a
yours
little bit.
than mine.
Yeah, I'm just a little bit concerned because if Petra joins and we have a new order, is there going to be a bizarre love triangle?
Aggressively
get it.
pan.
and
Love
I
it.
hate it.
Oh, don't worry. I'm sure you'll have forgotten all about it by Blue Monday.
No, I think it's something I'm going to regret.
Wow.
We'll figure this out. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, all are good.
Oh, come on.
So that's the end of tonight's session. We hope you enjoyed it. Join us next Wednesday. We've only got 2 episodes left. It's the penultimate episode next Wednesday. If you want, you can catch up on our past episodes. If you go to happyjacks.org/dyingembers. And if you want to find all of our other APs on the Happy Jacks Network, visit happyjacks.org/shows. I've been Jameson, GM Mace. You can find me online. Let's go around the table. Let's go ahead and start with you, Blythe. Where can they get more of you?
That's how I feel every session now. Just what do I do? So yeah, I'm Blythe Kayla. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at BlytheKayla93. Starting up June 1st, you can catch me back on Star Trek Perseverance. It's on Twitch at st_perseverance. You can follow FCRD12 on Twitter for more information. That's on Mondays. Obviously, I'm here next Wednesday. Try to figure out. Sol fixed her relationship-ish, but she's still got to maintain that now.
You can tell Aelfonn you're welcome any moment.
Yeah, that's gonna. Once she sorts through Empire memories, she'll be sure to come thank him.
You two aren't back together. That was just a
one-time thing.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll have to roleplay that out.
Stress. And I know I have some things on Games We Never Play with on Fridays. I do my new show with Michael Robert Holmes that I'm editing, and I've never edited anything. It's very fun, Tabletopical. And I know there's some more things coming up, but I will let Jameson handle those
quick,
details.
You have a new article on the site, so...
Oh shit, I did that today.
Yep. So go check that out, gamesweneverplay.com. Joey, where can they get more of you, bud?
Hey guys, you can catch me on Twitter at Joey Nestra. You can also find me on Facebook under the same name. You can catch me every Saturday morning playing Masks on It's Probably OK's Twitch channel. We are playing Return to the Spider-Verse, a sequel to the Into the Spider-Verse movie, where we're all playing different spider people, and it's super fun. So come and join us in your PJs, and your big bowl of cereal, and get your Saturday morning cartoons on. Every other Sunday, including this Sunday, we'll be back with Glittering Night, our Vampire B game, where I get to play a Toreador, LA Playboy, and just be as absolutely terrible as I want, and no one can stop me. Also, this Saturday at 7 p.m., you can catch me on Alchemy Theater's Facebook live stream. You'll have to go to the event page, which you can find on my Facebook, and sign up for the stream link. But we are doing a live reading of The Lion in Winter, and I am playing Philip France, which is fantastic, super fun role. I'm pretty good in the role. You want to stay for Eleanor of Aquitaine. She's absolutely incredible. So cannot recommend that enough. Come check us out, alchemytheater.com. You can email them at info@alchemytheater, and hope to see you guys there.
All right. Clara.
I am at... Sorry, I'm sorting things out in my brain. I'm Clara. You can find me all over the internet as clearly_golden, unless you're into mermaids, in which case it's Mermaid Clarity. Oh God, what is time? Next Friday, I will be on the Happy Jacks Advice podcast, as well as literally right afterwards. They are letting me show up late. I will be guest DMing at for Make Believe Stage Productions Nerds at Tabletops event. That's Nat20 Nerds at Tabletops. You can find them on Facebook, and you can register at universe.com/nat20. I am running a D20 game in which we are going to experience some fairy tales, which is why I asked that question on Facebook.
All right, Nick, where can they get more of you, sir?
I am, of course, here every Wednesday, at least for 2 more Wednesdays, to finish out Dying Embers. But I will also be here on this next Monday and the Monday, every other Monday from that point, as we also finish up our Things from the Flood game, Insert Coin Floodwater, where we get to be a bunch of 90s young adults running around in a world that is similar but slightly more technologically advanced than our own, but also has that same sort of level of disappointment that I think we all had in the 90s that occurred. Other than that, you can find me at Sungrowler on Instagram and on Twitter. If you are going to follow one of those, go for Twitter. I have posted exactly once on Instagram, although I do occasionally haunt that as a lurker. And I just want to say I want to welcome our 2 new party members, Sal'haera and Petra. And we'll see you next week.
She's really putting the pedal to the metal on that one.
Right? I'm GM Mace. You can find me online at gamesweneverplay.com. I do a podcast there. I'm actually not going to be on it for next month because it is Pride Month, and I asked Joey and Blythe and a few other amazing role players to come on and play Glitter Hearts, and just going to say you don't want to miss next month, so make sure you subscribe to that. We'll be back next week, and until then, you all take care and have yourselves a good week. Bye.